You feel the quarterback, bro. You feel the it's bro. That's why I said I like it. Even the physics. There was two things I felt that the PS5 version fixed over the PS4 version. Number one, the tackling. So you know how like sometimes the tackling can look off on the PS4 version. You know what I'm saying? Like you see the slide animations, like they put them in the place even though he wasn't technically there. Oh my god. Yeah. In PS5, that don't happen, my nigga. Like when niggas tackle you, like you gotta tackle them. Like they ain't know I'm sliding into a tackle. No, you gotta hit them. And then when it's like a gang tackle, you see 3, 4 people attach themselves. Like it's legit. And then the other thing is the physics of the run. So they do run a little rounded, but it's like when you come off of the turbo and you want to make like a hard they can do it, bro. Like it's so much better. It's so much better. So that's why like Madden 22, bro. I already know. I already know.
Yeah, shit. But we only doing 2 So you sure you want to do AFC, Dead Sports, and
We on the west side. We on the west side. What it do? What it do?
What up?
What's up, man?
Ooh. You see on this side?
We already on live. We're live.
I know.
That's fine. What?
Can't remember the last time I cussed his ass out. You know what I'm saying? That other shit.
People
was like, hey, bro.
Hey, weak that.
Hey, bro. Push the button, nigga. This could be a rap for everybody.
I remember that shit.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I was like, shit, FIFA ain't take his advice because you told me the first time I came around here, you was like, bro, the mic, you close to the mic is hot.
Yeah, like always thought. I be recording everything. I've gotten better though. I stopped doing that shit. Yeah.
That's how my homie say me when I be
Drink more water. We play on all Madden, man.
Mm-hmm.
All Madden.
All right, man. Let's go to your room.
all right, let's get it.
We looking good here.
We on time today.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You
Oh.
hear us? Are you ain't record?
No, it's not that. They move the mics. Yeah.
Andre J, FIFA does dominate EA Sports. Obviously soccer is a more growing brand, but it's also where EA like their physics engine. That's where they test everything at. Is FIFA. So the newest stuff is always on FIFA. So
I gotta get back into FIFA.
bro,
FIFA was like was huge.
I suck
in like the early 2010s.
It's still huge.
I mean, it's huge globally because we don't. It's just that Americans obviously we prefer Madden over FIFA. I think majority.
Okay, I think we good.
Tigolo, you're 100% right. We did miss that. Rest in peace, Bobby Bowden.
Yeah, we coming through the mics now.
Damn, when did Bobby Bowden go?
He died last week.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't even see that.
I was in Miami when I heard the news. I was like, damn.
You know what's crazy? My stepdad was part of Bobby Bowden's first recruiting class at FSU.
Oh wow.
My stepdad in Miami, I don't know if the records still hold, but as a running back, he held quite a few, like a handful of records out there in Miami, and he got recruited by FSU. Made the squad. He said, man, the first day of practice, he said that there was some linebacker from some country ass town cleaned his clock. He said, oh shit, this D1 shit different.
Yeah.
He said he cleaned his
shit.
He
was probably from Ohio too. That's where they begin from.
You know them big ass fucking cornbread ass motherfuckers, man.
He said, "No, he's from Miami. Them boys big and fast."
See, but Miami always had athletes, but they don't make behemoths.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like they don't make gargantuan men. Now some of them are, but it's not a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more. You know,
they're athletic,
yeah, super athletes. Like I'll never forget when I first moved to Miami, bro. I seen black kids on a grass field racing barefoot. It was the first time I ever seen. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing? How y'all ain't got no cleats? They out here tearing it up. And I'm like, yo, okay, y'all niggas different. And I remember getting on the football and basketball field and motherfuckers my height, just grabbing rim. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, we play football. You play football in the street?
Yeah.
Okay.
I grew up in Miami.
Then what the? Oh, it was just them running without shoes on.
Yeah.
They kind of caught you off
They was
guard.
just on the field. They like.
Oh, okay.
You saying like me and my brothers, we played street football, but not far from me, I live right by Edison High School, and their football field and stuff. Kids would be there after school and stuff, and just playing. Whenever I would drive by, like, damn, what the fuck y'all doing? It was just different, bro. Yeah. Like Florida is a hotbed for just pure athleticism.
Did y'all make y'all list?
But
yeah,
we got your list too.
All right, let's roll then. This is the place where sports opinions collide. Dead in sports. I'm your host, Kenneth P. Inge.
Q, say something.
Q.
Oh, no. Hold on. I didn't know he was popped up there.
Q got that enemy of the state Wi-Fi, boy. That's it.
No, I hear him. Oh, they can hear Q.
Testing 1 2.
Okay, now we can hear him.
Yep.
Nah, that ain't gonna work though.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's DJ LiAngelo Yee show. Nah,
Don't say that.
Oh no, I think that's echo. That's gonna Q echoed up.
Yo, how does Q sound?
testing 1 2.
Right now, I gotta run it through the TV, but I can switch on. I can switch them if we need to.
Cool.
This is the place where sports opinions collide. Dead in sports. I'm your host, Kenneth B. Inch. Joining me on the show, we got Buck what?
Buck 20.
Buck
Hey,
20.
call me Buck 20 moving forward, bro. Shout out to anybody watching Raising Canaan. It's your boy Duce out here, though.
Make sure you guys check out the Frames Per Second podcast. We are covering that. The first 4 episodes will be recapped, and by Friday, everything will be out by then, and shit, maybe all 5 by Sunday. So we'll be caught up. Sean J.
What's happening, man? How y'all doing?
Sean J. on the last week, he came super late. Like he came at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Shit.
I was watching. I was like, they ain't stop. Let me jump.
Yeah. Shit, FIFA ain't coming off.
Man. Bro, bro, you be looking like you about to do a one-man play when me and people out. They be Ken with the spotlight. He just be holding it down. Hey, we appreciate that,
so
man.
Let me tell y'all what happened though. So I left the job hella late, and I'm coming down 285, and it's standstill. And Wade's is telling me I'm not getting here till 11. I said, oh no, bro, I'm going home. And I get home about 10, 15 minutes after I get home, the whole thunderstorm stuff start happening. So that happened for a good 30, 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And then my alarm was going off inside of my condo, so I couldn't get on via Zoom because you would have heard that. And then by the time all of that settles, man, my PS4 and my PS5 went out, man. My shit got fried.
See, if you would have been here, that wouldn't happen.
Well, yeah, that's what
I still would have.
It wouldn't have been. It was on?
No, it wasn't on. That's what I'm saying. We turned everything off. Everything was off. We was by candlelight.
Oh, y'all did that.
You just had.
I just didn't unplug it.
That's that country shit. Well, you hear the lightning and thunder, everybody shut everything off.
You only do that when you about to make love on your anniversary. That's the only time the candlelight work.
Man, wifey was putting on the candles and everything, bro. I didn't have nothing on. So
damn.
But yeah,
that's fucking nuts. Well, the person you guys see, Q, helped me hold it down Thursday for the whole show. Q, what's up, bro?
Thank you, Q.
Is Q still with us? Where you go?
Oh, dang.
Oh, we lost Q.
Q up and
Q
left.
normally get out, but he don't go that quick.
Yeah, he was frozen for a minute. Okay, well, Q not here. He'll be back. So anyway, y'all saw him. That's Q.
Austin J. Hey, come on, man. Come on, bro. Don't say that. He's saying Baker Mayfield, top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, we're going to get into that, man. Y'all see the title of the show. Top 8 NFL quarterbacks.
Yeah, we don't care if he's 10. He
10.
could be number 10. That don't mean shit.
I thought we did top 10. Okay, good.
You can make your honorable mentions.
That's fine.
I mean, it did say 8. Where did you see
10.
1-0 at?
I said 8.
So is that where we started?
You did say 8. I'm sorry. That's good.
Nobody gives a fuck about 10. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, there you
That's
go.
true. That's true.
You care about the first 8 motherfuckers. After 9 and 10, like,
You're right.
All right, so is that where we started? We starting at the QB list?
I don't know where we're starting, but
we can talk about NFL news before we get to the QB list.
And let's start at the QB list, man.
You want to hear the ruckus?
Yeah, I want to hear where
All
everybody
right.
got everybody.
All right.
So we just gonna go around the room, go 1, 2, 3, 4.
I thought we was gonna start at the bottom with 8.
Start at the bottom.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So look, Mr. Disrespect, we're gonna start at you, then we're gonna pass it to Ken, and me, we're gonna end at Shelton.
All right.
So number 8, Nick, who do you got?
Dak Prescott.
Ken, who you got?
Joe Burrow.
Oh, God.
Come on. Hey, I don't hate it.
Oh,
I
my
don't hate it.
God.
I don't hate
start
it.
the bullshit already.
So for me at number 8, I got Kyler Murray. Who you got?
Number 8, I got Justin Herbert.
Okay. So for me, it was either between Kyler Murray and Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
All right. So Ken, number 7, who you got?
Justin Herbert.
At number 7, I got Deshaun Watson. Who you got?
And number 7, I got Kyler Murray.
Who you got?
Deshaun Watson.
All right.
Oh, damn. We can include
that's what I
him?
was gonna say. I was gonna say that too. What you was gonna say. I didn't include Deshaun Watson.
He's still a quarterback. He could play this season.
He's gonna be on the exempt list. He's not playing.
He gonna miss
But
the
if we
first
gonna-
4 games of the shit.
If we gonna include him, then how y'all put him at 7? That's truly disrespectful.
Well, shit, we can talk
Quarterback
about it
there.
later, nigga. We
Yeah,
gotta get through this
we
list.
can. Yeah, we're going through the list. So at number
But
6,
that changes my list, though.
It changes mine too. But we just gonna
we talk about it. We
we'll-
talk
yeah,
about it.
we
talk
gonna
about it.
we gonna slip me and Ken at the end where we think he should go. So.
Okay. So at number 6, I got Lamar Jackson. Who you got, Shelton?
Number 6, I got Jared Allen.
Jared Allen?
Josh Allen.
Nigga, that's a
Jared
DM.
Allen, right? Jared the end. I was like, wait a minute, which one?
Nick, who you got at number 6?
FIFO, I'm on with you. Lamar Jackson.
Ken, who you got at number 6?
Kyler Murray.
Bet. So Shelton, who you got at number 5?
Number 5, I got Lamar Jackson.
Who you got, Nick?
Josh Allen.
Who you got, Ken?
Josh Allen.
I got Josh Allen.
That's pretty good.
Nick, who you got at number 4?
Russell Wilson.
Bet. Who you got?
Lamar Jackson.
I got Russell Wilson. Who
I
you
got Russell
Shelton?
Wilson too.
All right, Ken, who you got at number 3?
Russell Wilson.
I got Aaron Rodgers. Who you got?
Aaron Rodgers.
Who you got?
Tom Brady.
All right, at number 2, I got Tom Brady. Who you got?
Patty Mahomes.
Who you got?
Aaron Rodgers.
Who you got?
Aaron Rodgers.
At number 1, Shelton, who you got?
Tom Brady.
Who you got?
Tom Brady?
Yes. The
And the
most
man won a
the
Super Bowl.
GOAT. The man,
I got
you
Patty.
gotta be
I
the
got
man, you
Patty
gotta be the man.
Mahomes. Are you
Who you
picking?
got?
Patrick Mahomes.
Me
You
too, I
picking
got
Tom Brady over Patty Mahomes right
Yes,
now?
sir.
If you had to play one game,
Be the
to-
man, you got to beat the man. He gets there every year.
the nigga who threw 3 interceptions in the second half.
Be the man, you got to beat the man.
Yeah, I got Patrick Mahomes number 1.
I love Patty.
As well,
Patty,
too.
my favorite.
You
bro.
don't love him.
I love
You
him,
just
but-
like him.
No, I love him. It just
You said who you
You-
love.
you
That's
can't-
what number
you
1
can't-
is who you love.
you can't argue with that. That
You
man
can't like a
wins.
motherfucker at number 1.
I'm starting with
So,
Tom. He don't lose.
okay. So let's squash the Deshaun Watson thing. So y'all, Ken and Shelton, y'all said Deshaun would change the complexity of your list.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where would he
He
slide
would
at?
be my number 4.
Number 4.
Yes. The
So who you kicking
wasn't he
out?
the leading passer.
Who are you kicking out?
My number 8, which would be Herbert.
You take out Herbert and put Deshaun. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like him at 4.
Who'd you
Yeah.
kick out?
My number 8 too.
Okay, Burrow. Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, hold on. There was somebody. First of all, why'd you put Burrow on your list, Ken?
Why not? The man can play.
I agree.
Yeah.
But top 8, like I wouldn't put him over Matt Ryan yet. Like he hasn't even reached that level yet.
I don't mind him saying 8 because I think if he finished that season, he was gonna win Rookie of the Year.
So you think he's 8? You think he better than all them other quarterbacks?
No, I'm saying I
Yep.
don't mind him. I didn't say I agree with him. I just don't mind it.
Yep. Name him. Name a quarterback.
Huh? Bet what?
He gonna say
Chad Henne?
he gonna say
Better than him.
Gardner Minshew.
Ryan Tannehill.
Garner Minshew.
Better than him.
He's not.
He's not better than
hold on.
Tannehill.
Here's the
I
thing,
will say
Ken.
that if a healthy Burrow was in Tennessee, I'll be super
100%.
stoked
No,
for Tennessee.
If Prescott would have played, he probably would have been
Here's
8.
the thing, Ken. I think that if we're projecting Joe Burrow, yes, his ceiling's way higher than Ryan Tannehill. I agree. I think he will become a better player. But if we're talking right now this season, in their prospective locations, I'll take Ryan Tannehill over Joe Burrow.
Hold on, don't disrespect Cincinnati like that now.
No, wait, hold on. We know that they ain't got no O-line. Like, they don't really have an identity.
There's a lot of teams that ain't got no O-line.
But the Titans, we know what they are, and we know what Ryan Tannehill does for that squad.
And
Ryan Tannehill is better right now for Tennessee than Joe Burrow is for Cincinnati.
100%. 100%, not a question.
And here's the thing. If you give me one of the two, I'm going to pick Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow's a better talent. But today, right now, for their prospective teams, Tannehill's better.
All right, y'all see.
What about Matt Stafford?
Y'all see.
Nah, he wasn't top 10, top 8 for me.
He's top 10, but he's not top 8.
Over Burrow.
Oh, yeah, over Burrow. Right now, today, yes.
Yeah, today.
All right, y'all see. We'll see.
I like Joe.
I didn't hear anybody say they didn't dislike Joe except Shelton.
I ain't saying like him. He just
Bro,
saying,
you ain't never liked Joe.
You ain't never liked him.
No, I said he's overrated.
That means you never liked him.
He's overrated.
If you have a negative
That's
thought of a nigga, but first off rip.
I don't put him at an F.
Shit.
Everybody rated him at 100. He's not 100. At best, he's 80.
But Kyler did not make your list, huh?
Kyler made my list.
Where was he at?
Kyler ain't make my list.
Okay, so
yeah.
Let me save the vitriol for this guy. How in the hell did Kyler did not make your list?
Why would he when I named the quarterbacks I named?
But
who's your 8?
Dak Prescott. He was on pace to do 5,000 yards before he got hurt. Granted, it was because the team was shitty, but
you really think Dak Prescott's a better quarterback than Kyler?
Yes.
Why?
Overall quarterback.
Why?
Because I would equate it to like how people would say like Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. Who would you pick? I would say Dak Prescott is a Tom Brady style quarterback, whereas like he'll get the job done. Aaron Rodgers will make the job just look fun. Like, but you don't really see him. Like, I've seen Dak Prescott go against toe-to-toe Aaron Rodgers. He lost, but he went against him. I seen him beat Russell Wilson. Kyler Murray is like, yeah, he do flashy shit, but what has he really done yet? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to those two comparisons, that's what I'm just saying.
Okay, so, we played an if game. Right? We both drinking. So
Yeah, I'm saying,
all three of us.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, all three of us drinking. 3 out of 4 of us. But if we swapped out Kyler Murray and Dak Prescott, would you not feel that Dallas is a more dynamic team? Like, who takes a step forward and who takes a step back? I feel the Cowboys take a step forward and the Cardinals take a step back.
I don't think Kyler has the poise that Dak has. So I think the Cowboys would take a slight step back. I think Arizona, I'm not saying there will be Super Bowl contenders, but I think Dak would handle Arizona a little bit better than Kyler. As a QB. Like watching I watched the first episode of Hard Knocks, and I think the second one comes out today. But looking at Dak and seeing how he approaches the game and shit like that, and like how he talks about it, like that shit is like, okay, I'm gaining more and more respect for him. And you already know I was caping for him when he was, trying to get his contract and shit. So it's just like, I think he would, as an overall QB, bringing that presidential presence to the team, I think he will put him in a better light.
I love Kyler. I think Kyler's on the rise, but I don't think he's at Dak's level quite yet. I just think Dak brings a little bit more to the table.
What's a little bit more? Explain that. Quantify that. Because I could quantify it in Kyler's defense. He's more dynamic. His legs provide a whole different level to the offense that you have to account for. And I'm not saying that Dak can't move. Obviously, Dak can move, but again, when Kyler takes off to run, it's a more dynamic offense.
Running, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As an athlete, he's better. Yeah,
but also throwing the football, he's a better thrower of the football. He has way more velocity on his throws. To me, in my opinion, he makes more throws than Dak can naturally. Dak is not a natural thrower of the football, like Kyler is. Kyler has every throw in his arsenal. To me, he's a better overall player. Like
Dak's last full year, didn't he have more year? What was he ranked? He was like second or third.
What's his completion percentage?
Q-back.
His completion percentage was 68%.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Kyler's was 67.
Which
so they're close. They're really close.
Hey Q, why are they looking at what's your top 8 quarterbacks in the NFL right now?
All right, I have my list right here. So give me Patrick Mahomes at 1.
Oh, I thought he was gonna start at 8. I was about to say, damn, boy. Shit.
Nah. Give me Tom Brady at 2, Aaron Rodgers at 3, Deshaun Watson at 4, Russell Wilson at 5, Josh Allen at 6, Lamar Jackson at 7, and Kyler Murray at 8.
So we got the same people. Just
Who
in a
else? Did you
different
have
order.
Kyler Murray too on your list?
Yes.
Okay,
yes, I
I'm
did.
the only one who didn't have Kyler Murray on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyler Murray was 7 on my list.
I didn't even think about Dak in my top 10.
Yeah, Dak is 9 for me. And the only reason because he got hurt.
Well,
And Justin Herbert would have been is 9 for me.
before we get into it, because we gonna have to talk about that clearly.
Mm.
I love how in our top 8s, at least 5 black quarterbacks are in there.
Oh, 100.
So that's the era of football that we in. Like,
Like 2 years ago, like I said, the top 4 were black. Let me ask y'all two a question real quick. Y'all both had Deshaun in y'all's list, and I think both y'all had him at 7.
Yeah.
Why would he be 7 for y'all if he's in the list at all? How in the world?
I'm just going off of how I judge how I rank players is what have you done the last 2 seasons.
He led the league in passing.
I know, but this past season he led the league in massages.
He led the league. He led in passing, right?
Yeah. It was about touching passing going around. I'm just saying. I haven't seen him in a while, so I don't know where he's at since then.
Yeah, for me it was.
Wait, he finished the season, right?
Yeah, he led the league in passing last year.
So we
He
ain't
was
seen
number 1.
Yeah, so he finished the year.
Oh, okay. That is true because I'm thinking like it was a long time ago.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying
he's 7 to me because I just feel like I will say this. I am kind of handicapping him for this season because I don't know if he'll actually get a full season or whatever the games he'll get.
How is that your thought process? Like for me, the reason why he was number 7 was because of the off the field stuff. And as a quarterback, you are to be, you know what I'm saying, the ultimate leader of that team. And I'm not saying that even if he didn't have that would have translated into wins, but all of that baggage, even though he handled it with the utmost professionalism, you know what I'm saying, that somebody can deal with the situation that he was dealing with. But at the end of the day, like that does have to knock him. Because you look at every other quarterback that on everybody's list, outside of Aaron Rodgers, that was more of about just a hierarchy type of thing, respect type of thing. Who else really had off the field issues with their organization?
My thing is that he won't be able to prove he's top 4 or top 5 this season.
Well, I get that.
Regardless of what, I don't think he would have enough time to do all that shit.
I get that.
That's why I can't put him high up high on that list.
I guess
I don't know, man.
He's done more with less for me. I mean, he ain't perfect in by any stretch of the imagination, but he made that team of misfits look like
100%,
an NFL team, and that took a lot. So I wasn't looking at it for his troubles off the field. I was just saying strictly on the field when I was ranking him.
What did you say?
Talking about that, I agree with that.
I was saying thank you, Sheldon, because to me, he easily has top 3 talent in the NFL.
Yeah.
When you look at it, the story of the NFL in the last 3 years could be totally different by 2 different plays. If Bill O'Brien is competent and if Jimmy Garoppolo makes 1 throw, we might have to reorder this entire list. Because we act like the Texans weren't up. What was it, like 26 or some shit?
28
to 0 or something?
Something crazy, yeah.
Well, yeah, and Bill O'Brien chokes the game away and then trades away DeAndre Hopkins. Same thing that happened, to a lot of quarterbacks, but especially black quarterbacks. So it's going to be this season to see if he can cement it, but I'm just going off of what I believe his organization has taken from him, like Sheldon.
Right, and I see y'all in the chat saying that passing yards are inflated in this era, but you got to understand that they're playing by the same rules, it's the same football, and everybody's passing yards are inflated. So when you're saying that, it don't really hold water because I ain't say he's the leading of all time. I said he's the leading at that moment on that field. They all playing with the same ball. The
rules have changed.
So
if you're gonna watch football, watch football. If you're not, then not.
At the end of the day, Jameis Winston a couple of years ago led the league in touchdowns and yards. And was cut the next season. It wasn't even on a roster. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day,
that's a specific situation.
Yeah, that's because he threw all the interceptions. That's what killed him.
I understand that, but still though, like what Jameis did with the Tampa Bay Bucks was still
it was remarkable.
It was 5,400 yards, bro. Like that ain't no baby yardage. I think he threw for 30 plus touchdowns. Maybe 40. I think he had like 30 interceptions, but shit. In Madden, I take that all day. I know I'm making it to the playoffs, but I don't know. Like when I'm looking at it, Deshaun, and it's not Deshaun's fault, but the wins weren't there. The off the field baggage, you know what I'm saying? It just that had to knock him down. But if we're talking pure, solely the talent,
that's a different list.
Top
this
three.
is a different list. If we're talking pure talent, we're
I get
talking
that.
about quarterback and production and what we can see them doing this upcoming season.
Okay.
I don't see Deshaun Watson being a top 5 quarterback this upcoming season because I don't think he'll have the opportunity to be a top 5 quarterback this upcoming season.
I agree. Now that I agree with. And once again, it's more than just the passing yards. Once again, when we just talk about Deshaun Watson, the story on Deshaun Watson for the last couple of years has been him versus Patty. Who's going to have a better career? It wasn't like this man was just trash. And like you pointed out, Q, they were up 20-something points. This was almost a different story. So it really wasn't him. So even if y'all say the yards are overrated, the man played on a team that was devoid of talent. And he still made it happen. You got to give him credit for that.
I'm gonna say this though, to switch gears a little bit. Why the fuck do you got Tom Brady at number 1?
Because to beat a man, you got to beat the man. What other way to put it?
You're not picking Tom Brady right now.
Why not?
What you mean? Why not? I didn't ask if you wanted to go to
Tom
the
Brady.
amusement park, nigga. I said, why are you
Super
picking
Bowl
Tom Brady?
Tom Brady.
So if Ryan Tannehill,
we've all said that the
if
Tom
Ryan
Brady,
Tannehill won the Super Bowl last year, would it be number 1?
Yeah.
I mean, think about how many Super Bowls he's won at this point. We talking about this.
We didn't say a career. This ain't my bad. This ain't a lifetime achievement award, bro.
We're gonna read this super chat because we got a super chat.
Oh shit!
From Nicole Rankin. Hey,
oh shit, what it do?
We appreciate you. For my brothers. Also, Stafford about to shock the world. Love you boys. It never stops.
Is that
where we came from? Love y'all.
Hell no. What up, bro?
Yeah, what it do?
Appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I think Stafford is definitely going to have a really good season. I think by the time we do this list next year, he can thrust himself into the top 8, 100%. You know, he's going to the quarterback guru, Sean McVay.
That's what they call him?
Mm-hmm. Well, he's one of them. He's one of them quarterback guys.
We gonna see.
Shit. How much guru he was doing the last couple seasons?
He put lipstick on the pig that one year though, because he got to the Super Bowl.
Shit. Anybody can make a butterhead look good on opening night, but shit. If we going on tour, she gonna look a little different.
Nick, hold on. Nick, he had you thinking that Jared Goff was top 8.
That one year he was though.
So
that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying
that's a hell of a guru though.
But that's what I'm saying. It was 1 year.
I know, but that's all he needs.
Derek Carr had a good year before John Gruden got there.
But that's all he needs technically with Stafford.
Because look, let's be honest, who got more talent?
Stafford
got more talent than Jared Goff.
Stafford in that Super
Stafford
Bowl
got more talent than the whole division. If you want to keep it a bean. From roster to roster.
And that's why rankings are so weird, dog, because sometimes people's talent has, to me, already been cemented so much in their career that a year off or maybe even 2 years, if it's been affected by organizational stuff, I kind of not give them a pass, but I take it into account and I will bump them down a little bit. But I still got to keep them in a certain era, you know what I mean? Because I'll say this, I know it's a different sport, but I think the principle applies. If you put James Harden in Orlando, he's still one of the 20 greatest players on the planet.
Right.
But if he doesn't go to the playoffs or if he doesn't go to does it take him out? No, it doesn't. It still is James Harden in Orlando. So that's Deshaun Watson in Houston.
I said roster to roster as far as like if you go top, like if I would say between the 49ers and the Rams, name me the 5 best players, or like name me 5 players you would take from both teams. I guarantee you, out of the 5, 3 are the Rams.
What, from the 49ers
and the Rams?
Mm-hmm.
Bosa. You taking Bosa over Aaron Donald?
You going Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey already.
Yeah. Aaron Donald, Jalen. Okay, that's 2.
And then you got Bosa for the 49ers.
And Kittle.
Kittle.
Bosa, so that's 2 for 2.
Yeah, 2 to 2. Who 5? Dang.
Stafford. I'm taking Stafford over
I'm trying to think
Lance or Garoppolo.
Who the fuck is that?
Trey Lance.
I like,
but no, who's the starting quarterback?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, you know,
sure.
I'll take
for sure. Now,
that's
the case.
That's why I said, like, you added, like, and that's the 5 that we just picking, like, best out of our picks.
Mm-hmm.
Three of them, the majority of them are with the Rams. So that's to me like, and that's just three. We can go down the whole roster.
The Rams are top heavy though. Like their problem is
They are
depth
top
because they've traded all of their fucking first round picks to get the guys that they
Oh,
have.
Fred Warner is nice.
I like. I mean,
Yes.
Cooper Cup.
Hey yo,
is a good
we
receiver.
can super chat though.
What the
But
fuck?
real quick.
Yo,
Mike,
yo,
what the
Real
hell?
quick.
yo.
Nigga, did you just hit the lottery?
Hold
bro?
up.
Hey, I don't know if his stimmy just hit.
Shout out to my
Hey,
nigga.
Hey.
He said from the mud. He said he from the mud. Shit.
By the way,
You gotta read that twice.
I gotta read it twice. You right. By the way, if y'all ever need me for fantasy football, I'm always on deck, and I'm
Hey
dang
nigga, you
good.
can
first
host the
round pick.
league, nigga. Host the
You
league.
take my
Yeah,
spot.
you
Take my spot, nigga.
Shit, hey yo, nigga, send this nigga to Zoom, bro.
first round
Like,
draft
what?
pick. Yeah, I'm always on deck, and I'm dangerous. Love you, Ken. Love you, Thief. Love my daddy hip hop dogs from the mud. It never stops.
Bro, you're not gonna beat me, man. I don't care how much you donate. I'm gonna still whoop your ass. How much you super chat? I'm gonna still.
They caught a nigga. What's his name? Nicole Bezos.
Oh, man.
Yo.
Hey, shout out to you, bro. We appreciate
We
that
do
though.
appreciate that very,
Nah,
very
that's
much.
mad love. And Tracy.
Tracy G with the super chat as always. What's happening in Chicago, Tracy? Is Philly being smart with signing Joel with all the injuries, and would Tobias be good in Portland?
Yo, but we have I want to go back to the super chat real quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think last week we did agree to do a league.
Yeah,
this
we're
year.
doing
Yeah.
the league. We're doing the league.
So we'll hit you up, man. I think B's gonna set up and run everything. So I'll have him hit you up about that.
And just know that there's gonna be a slight curve because Ken and B be coaching the same team. So yeah, that's
Nah, we're gonna be on separate teams this year.
They be swapping
Hey,
shit.
look,
They be
we-
swapping
we- the
information.
three-
It's insider trading between them
Nah,
niggas.
man, we three-peated too, man. Hey, you know, that's
You
what
see,
we
he said
do.
we.
I mean, you know, that's how we do, man. That's how we do. All right, Tracy G.
Tracy D said, "Is Philly being smart signing Joel Embiid with all the injuries, and would Tobias be good in Portland?"
What was Joe Embiid? Well, dang, it kind of makes her point a little bit.
He
Right.
played
But
50 games. He missed 20 games.
So
I
last
know,
year.
but
Joel Embiid
he was the
has missed
MVP, though.
50% of
They have
all
to.
games that he was eligible to play in throughout his entire career. Exactly 50% of the games.
Damn,
And he's still
that's
a
crazy.
top 10 player in the league.
Yeah,
And was an MVP last
Candidate,
year.
yeah.
Number
candidate.
two.
He didn't win it.
Number
But
two,
still, but
That's only because of injuries, huh?
true.
which
Play 10 more
is
games.
kind of her point.
But I'm
though.
saying play 10 more games and he the MVP.
And because he was number 2 in the MVP voting, that's what unlocked the supermax for his contract. So
Correct.
that's the reason why he got all of the money that he got.
Oh,
So if I'm Philly, what do I always say? You got to sign the talent you draft. You got to. Even if he is somewhat injury prone. Now, I think that in the Joel Embiid situation, you got to look at talent versus time lost, right? And shit, like he missed 50% of eligible games he could play in, and he's still a top 10 player. So you gotta sign that. And you just have to know that every year he's gonna miss between 10 and 20 games. And
That should be in the contract.
That's the reason why they went and signed Andre Drummond. Hey Andre, you gonna be Joel Little Embiid. You know what I'm saying?
Not only did he son you on the court, but you basically playing second fiddle to this nigga. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
You his insurance plan. He's
Exactly.
Cliff Paul to his Chris Paul.
100%. And I think that it is smart because it's not like Joel Embiid is the 7th or 8th best player at his position. He's top 2. And then he's top 5 or top 10 in the NBA overall. So even though he has that injury history, you got to sign him.
Yeah, you do. You have to. You can't let a player like that walk. He's a cornerstone. You have to deal. I mean, his like you said, his injuries is in there. They understand that part's gonna happen. He's not gonna ever play a full season.
And even if the contract looks horrible 2-3 years from now, you had to make that move.
Yeah,
Because what message does it send to the NBA that you got a top 10 guy you don't even want to pay him?
right.
Regardless, like you gotta pay this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's the other thing too. I think, and Q, I'm gonna let you go. I think Joel Embiid earned a lot by playing through that meniscus tear throughout the playoffs last year because it showed, okay, well, there's a difference between being injured and being hurt. And he was on that borderline and he pushed through, right? You got to reward guys for that.
Yeah.
No, I just want to echo all that. Yeah, 100%. Because
in my opinion, a lot of what people put on Joel Embiid is very narrative heavy when it comes to his he's missing so many games. He's missing all these games. I know he's missed playoff games. I know that. But the majority of the stuff he's missing is regular season games, back to backs. And there's plenty of players who are doing that now. And there's plenty of players that in the near future are going to be missing chunks of regular seasons. This is going to be, what it is. So the nature of the contract is, can you just be healthy by playoffs? Can you dominate? And will you do what you need to do with your weight and your nutrition program? And all right, cool. Well, here's your money. You have to do this because Ben Simmons is a distressed asset that you're either trying to flip now or the deadline. So you got to be able to secure your guy so that you can move in another contract.
And what's crazy is he negotiated his own deal. So that was pretty smart. Like I said, eliminate the middleman. That way you got to pay nobody. That was an easy deal.
10% of $260-something million is a lot of money.
Q, I'm glad you on because I know we talking about a kumbaya moment with Embiid getting paid and shit. But there's another guy on your roster that I want to know what's going on, and that's Ben Simmons. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about him. Let's unpack that. What happened?
Ben Simmons. From the beginning, Ben Simmons from LSU had doubts and people who put red flags on his game. And I think that for so long, people had the rose-colored glasses on. Like, he's so big. He's so quick. He is such a great defender. Look at the potential. Look at the passing. Look at the assisting. Look at the fluidity of his handle, his dribble. Can't get LSU to the playoffs. The tournament. We give him a pass. He posts 1 point in the game against Boston. We give him a pass. He doesn't do anything in the second half against the Toronto Raptors in 2018. We give him a pass in Philly. They did. A lot of other fans. Half the fan base was already starting to move towards where we were. Where we recognized, oh shit, after all of these things, he's not going into the summer saying, I need to get better. I gotta be able to hit at least a pick and pop. I gotta be able to at least do this by year 3. And every indication, every source has come out and said he does not work on his game to the level that he needs to. He does not shoot with the correct hand. And there's a whole bunch of mechanical and there's a whole bunch of things between the ears that is just not clicking. It's very Instagram. It's very Kardashian. And it don't mesh with Philly. He want to be in LA. Let that little nigga go to LA, bro. That's what he want to do. So, yes, Doc Rivers said what he said. Joel Embiid threw him under the bus. I agree with all the assessment. Oh, he burned the bridge. He shouldn't have said it. Okay, he shouldn't have said it. But he did, and was it the truth? Yeah, I don't know if we can win with Ben Simmons when the man won't shoot, when he won't dunk on a guy who's 8 inches shorter than him. That's not a pull-up. That's basketball aggression. That's how bad do you want it? And this motherfucker don't want it. So let him go want it in Los Angeles. And that's where I'm at with him.
So Philly done with Ben Simmons.
Half of Philly done with him. Half the fan base is still, we got to keep him. He's a great defender. He's a 3-time All-Star. He's a 2-time, he's a first-team All, all this won't hit a jumper, won't be a threat in the half court, and he cannot play next to Joel Embiid in the dunker spot. It don't work. We should have traded him 2 seasons ago when his value was at the highest, like I said, but niggas was on jocking him so hard because they were so blinded by the, oh, wow, he's shooting on people who are accountants. He's shooting on volunteer firemen on Instagram. Who gives a damn? That's some of the nuttiest shit we've ever seen year after year. And people continue to give excuses. So Doc, to me, was being light with him, Nick.
You're 100% right, Q. My thing, though, is, and you tell me if you think I'm wrong, but I kind of think that people were counting on where they thought he should be. Like, you could see this dude is oozing with potential. He's right there from being a superstar. All he got to do is do the work. Mm-hmm. And so they were hoping all this time, because he had all the intangibles, they were just hoping that this dude would take the step. And I think that's what the fear of trading him was, that you trade him, like you said, if you trade him a couple years ago and he took that step wherever you traded him to, you look like fools for letting him go. So I think that's kind of.
Yeah.
And sometimes
go ahead.
you can't get rid of the talent too early. You gotta let them fizzle out with your particular organization to know that you potentially got as much as you could out of that asset. You know what I'm saying? So I think Philly is at the point now that they've exhausted everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we've given you all of the opportunities. We fucking maxed you out. You know what I'm saying? When you look at it, it's almost like the Andrew Wiggins situation. You know, before who's the owner that passed over there? I know Al Saunders passed, but the owner over there passed as well.
Flip Saunders.
Flip Saunders.
Mm-hmm.
But I know Flip, and because Flip was also the GM. And
I know
everything.
you're talking about. I can't think of his name.
But they were like, "Yo, Andrew, we don't know if you're worth this, but you know, you won Rookie of the Year. You're telling us that you're going to continue to work hard and this, that, and the third. We're going to, bless you with this money." Andrew Wiggins was the number 1 overall pick. Ben Simmons was the number 1 overall pick. Ben Simmons was Rookie of the Year. Ben Simmons made 3 All-Star teams. So you had to pay him the money, but you also got to give those young, talented players an opportunity to be the guy for you. And at this point, Ben Simmons can still be a guy. It just won't be for Philly. The way that they're constructed, their best player is a low post beast. That's what he is. He got the little perimeter shit too, but that's just that's just the frosting. That's the sprinkles. That's the cherry. That's not the cake. That's not the batter. The batter is low post. And when Ben Simmons does not want to if he doesn't want to maximize what it's going to take to make sure that him and Embiid can coexist, it's time for Philly to part ways because it's not on Philly no more.
Right.
Philly gave him everything that he could potentially want. We gave you a coach to coddle you. We gave you a coach that your coach played with your dad, bruh. Like, I've been known you. So you know I'm going to protect you, right? They got rid of that guy. They brought in arguably the most team-friendly coach. And even this guy has questions about you. That's not on the organization, Ben. That's on you. It's time to look in the mirror. Remember how we called out Joel Embiid a couple years ago? You crying and all of this and all of that, and you're not taking the playoffs serious? Can we say that Joel Embiid didn't take the playoffs serious?
Remember, I was saying he was a different player this year when Doc Rivers came.
For real, we saw it.
Same thing we said about Giannis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't, yeah.
So Ben it's on Ben to take that next step, bro. They done gave you everything. It's on you.
Yeah.
Bro, every single offseason, I have to stress this. Every single offseason, we were looking from organization, from fan standpoint, from coaching standpoint. Brett Brown would say, I want Ben to shoot just 1 3 a game. Just shoot 1 corner 3 a game. And he would do it in preseason, and the whole stadium would cheer. You're the number 1 pick. You're the number 1 pick, and the whole stadium is cheering because you decided to grace us with understanding the modern basketball. Like, oh wow, let me shoot a 3 because that's a good percentage shot that I should be able to hit. And the fact that he, as offseason after offseason after offseason, came in the same player, maybe not on defense, maybe more tenacious in that matter, but to me that seems like a rebrand for his career, where everyone wanted to steer it to being away from, oh, he's LeBron 2.0, to being, oh, he's a 6'10" Patrick Beverly. Like, that can't, like, bro, like, no, for real though, bro. Like, no, that can't happen. And if we're paying you $180 million, I'm not counting your pockets, but I'm counting your pockets. But $180 million for that type of contract, you can go make that money somewhere else. So we can get somebody else in here who knows how to actually shoot the ball, who knows how to actually, like what people are saying, play with our big, bro. And Ben, year after year, did not come in thinking, oh, let me shoot a foul line. Let me go to the foul line and be able to shoot a better percentage. But bro, Doc had to pull you out of a playoff game. The Hawks were down 26. That is not Doc Rivers' fault. That is, what the hell are you doing during the offseason? Where are you?
Yep. And here's the thing. So, look, there's always 2 sides to an argument. And I can make the argument that Ben Simmons doesn't have to adjust his game. I can make the argument Ben Simmons is good as is, but he's not good as is playing alongside of Joel Embiid. If you were to build this thing around Ben Simmons, and this is his play style, you can do that. You can have Ben Simmons averaging 16 points, not taking no jumpers, not doing none of that shit, if you built the team around him. But then that means you got to go get, at least a combo guard that can play the 1-2 that can go get you buckets, a la Lou Williams or somebody like that. You need a bucket getter. You need shooting all around, so that way Ben can just pick his spots and he can just pick the defense apart, and then you got a guy that can somewhat control tempo alongside with Ben, but is going to get you buckets. So there's a way that you can build this thing around Ben Simmons that he doesn't have to adjust his game. But guess what? Like I said in our group me text, Joel Embiid is your clear best player. So your second best player gotta adjust, bro. It's like saying Scottie Pippen was gonna tell Michael Jordan, "Nah, bro, I got this." What?
Right.
No,
Right.
Scottie, you do all this other shit. MJ got this shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Every second best player has to adjust to the best player on the team.
Correct.
That's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? And that's the Ben Simmons dilemma. He's not adjusting his game to accommodate how the best way it is for Philly to win. And that's giving Joel Embiid the ball in the post.
Correct. And even more so than that, too, he's not adjusting his own game to get to the point where he should be, period. I mean, I don't care where he is. The man should be able to shoot free throws.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? At this point, you call yourself a point guard, you should be able to shoot some free throws. And
AB.
What? What up?
Michael Rankin came through, bro. Look at this. That's him.
Is that real? Shout out to Nova. What up, Nova? What's good?
Yeah, nah, bro.
Yeah. Because when the first one came through, I said, okay, that's a lot, but I see
Did
people
we-
do that.
did we
When that
answer?
second one came out,
Yeah, we did.
We did already?
Yeah, they still up though.
Wow.
we can read him
man.
again. Just yes.
Yeah, you still got him show?
Yeah, he deserves a second.
Shout out to the brother.
About to shock the
If I tap it, it'll come up one. Damn.
What was the other one? That's not really a question, but yeah, shout out to Nova. Hell no, that's crazy.
By the way, if y'all ever need me for fantasy football,
All right, if I text you, you look. If I hit you up, don't be acting like a little pussy. Oh, that's what's up, man. Shout out to Nova.
Yeah, man.
That's fucking crazy.
Nah, for real,
That's
man.
crazy.
What you got to say about the Ben Simmons thing, Ken?
I really don't have anything to add, man. I think Doc is basically supporting him the whole year. Backed him up every time they asked him about shooting this, that, and the other. And he always had his back, man, every single time.
Until the end.
Until he cost him a damn playoff series.
Until Ben Simmons did something that is not supposed to. That's like
yeah.
Shaq passing up a dunk.
So what happened was Ben wasn't playing the way he was playing when he supported him.
Yep.
That's what happened. Ben regressed in the playoffs. So at that point, it's like.
And then here's the thing too, right? Like we keep talking about the shooting and all of that, and obviously that is the easy way to say, hey, there's certain things that Ben needs to work on. But when we look at, other players that are a similar size and skill set as Ben, when you look at Giannis, like Bud told him, I don't care about shooting, just attack the basket. You know what I'm saying? Be aggressive. I can honestly say I watched a lot of Philly playoff basketball this season. And Ben was not aggressive, and that's the problem. It's not even the shooting of the jump shot, and that's the reason why Doc Rivers kept saying, "I just want Ben to be Ben." But you gotta be aggressive,
and he
bro.
stopped being Ben.
And he stopped being Ben, and that's the problem.
They're gonna fix him though. He coming back.
My thing is, what I love seeing right now is that y'all all have finally gotten to my side about Ben Simmons. Because I was calling that nigga out, and I was the only one on this fucking hill going against everybody saying this nigga ain't the dude.
Season. Because like I said previously, like you gotta give the organization every opportunity for this guy to progress. And at the end of the day, if everybody can see it and you can't see it, that's not a problem with everybody. That's a problem with you.
Yeah.
And the problem is Ben. And Ben has to make a conscious self-decision to say, hey, I'm not gonna be JJ Redick. I'm not gonna attempt 7 threes a game. I'm not looking to make 3 or 4 threes a game, but I gotta take 3 or 4.
But I will say, don't let this shit let Doc. I hope Doc shit ain't getting swept under the rug of this shit.
Let me ask y'all a question.
This shit is, y'all know my percentages on this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say that. But go ahead.
I just got a quick question though. How did this team, with Joel Embiid missing so many games, how did they win first place in the Eastern Conference?
Ben stepped up.
Doc Rivers did his thing.
And Doc. Ben and Doc.
So how you say, Nick, since you say it's not Doc because you can't stand
I didn't
Doc.
say it wasn't Doc. I was telling y'all, I was like, how can Doc Rivers get them to be the best team in the whole Eastern Conference, but we can't get past the Hawks after being up 2-1?
Because the Hawks are
With
just
the
better.
same Ben Simmons. That's all I'm saying. It's the same Ben Simmons.
It wasn't the same Ben Simmons.
I'm just saying as the physical player, the same Ben Simmons.
It was physical. It wasn't the same Ben Simmons. We're talking about his game on the court. It wasn't the same
So
Ben
then,
Simmons.
so then what? So what changed? Are we saying it's all solely Ben Simmons?
What changed is the playoffs came, and Ben Simmons had to go to half court. That's what changed. It's not actually the same.
But they was up 2-1. That's what I'm saying. So out of the 3 games, y'all won 2, and it changed when he was in when y'all up, when y'all only had 2 games left. That's what I'm saying. It don't make sense to me.
It caught up to him. I mean, we saw the Bucks go up 2-0 over Toronto, and they lost 4 straight.
But that was adjustments.
I'm just saying, but we've seen it happen before. It's not an anomaly.
Nah, man, we
Right?
lost.
It happens.
We lost Danny
who
Green.
did we blame the Bucks? Did we blame Giannis, or did we also talk about the coaching as well? Was it just solely Giannis on that?
I think Giannis got the most of that.
But I'm saying, did we not mention the coaching as well? Because somebody on here has always talked about the coach of the Bucks.
So you're saying we did not mention the coach when we criticized the Sixers? Because I believe we did.
All I remember is
there's no coaching solution in my estimation that was gonna fix that. The Hawks were the superior team from jump. Just because a team goes up 2-1 doesn't mean you're supposed to win that series. It just means that's how the series is going.
At that point in time, did you think Philly was gonna win that series?
No, I didn't.
Q never thought they were going to win the series.
Remember, he never said it. Yeah,
he was the only one that picked.
I'm just saying at that point in time when it was up 2-1. I know he
when
said
they were
earlier.
up 2-1, I was like, we're gonna blow the series.
He never wavered.
He never wavered.
Not one.
He was the FIFO.
Because I
Cavs
know
in 7.
Ben Simmons, he does not operate in the half court. They're going to double Joel Embiid. Danny Green went out. We had one guy who was able to shoot the ball named Seth Curry, who is for a fucking 7th option on a championship team. And the fact that he is the most important offensive guy in our half-court offense besides Joel Embiid, that is... Don't even get me started, bro. So Ben Simmons, bro, do what you got to do. But the fact that you can go from 16 points a game, 8 assists, a better free throw percentage to 12 points a game, 6 assists this year, it shows me it's all here. It's all regression. It's all about what you want to do.
We'll see what Doc does this upcoming season. I'm excited.
next?
And I also want to wait, hold on the super chat real quick because I saw Drink More Water. What you said, I'm defending Ben, but I get on Giannis. Let me explain to y'all why I get on Giannis the way I get on Giannis.
Because he's a hater. But go ahead. Go ahead.
No, because Giannis, with all of his limitations, is a 30+ scorer in the NBA. Led the league in assists, and he's always middle of the pack. Or I'm sorry, in rebounding, led the league in rebounding, and is always middle of the pack in assists. With real limitations that are, in my opinion, fairly easy to fix because it's not a 3-point shot. The fact that he takes them, that's all I need him to do. But the 15 to 18-foot shot, bro, that needs to be a layup, and that you can practice. You can become better at that. I seen you only miss 1 or 2 free throws in the last game of the finals. So I know you can shoot at a higher clip than what you do. I know that you can refine your moves a little bit more than what you do. So if you are averaging 30-some plus a game with the weaknesses that you have, imagine if you didn't have those weaknesses, you would average 50. Like when I watch Giannis, I literally am watching a different version of Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain, bro. We're watching something that we ain't never seen, but he's still not maximizing to his complete potential, which is crazy because the motherfucker just won a championship. So when I get on Giannis, it's because I feel that he can be the best player ever. He has the potential. He has the physical abilities that nobody has ever had if he fixes the limitations, and they're easy fixes. So that's why I get so passionate and angry about Giannis, because he could average 50 a game. He could, this man can average 42, 15, and 8.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Yeah,
easy.
FIFA, tell me what's stopping a player like Ben Simmons from being like, hey yo, Blake Griffin, let's get in the lab for one summer.
100%.
Like
100%.
what?
See, like I don't understand how you play in a league of so many elite people that everybody has different skill sets that
Right.
you can't fucking,
Right.
hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look,
where you shooting around at, dude?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, matter of fact, where you at? You in LA? Hey, bro, man, I got this spot in Miami, man. Come through for 2 weeks, bro. I got you on everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? Private jet waiting for you right now, my nigga. You didn't even gotta bring no clothes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that, because you can get so much better from season to season. And that's why you see all of these young players, year 2, year 3, they start to dominate because they're putting in the work. Mm-hmm. You know, and again, I've used several examples when I talk about Ben Simmons. One of them is LeBron. One of them is Giannis. The last one is Lonzo fucking Ball. You can't tell me that the way Lonzo came into the league shooting 40% from the damn free throw line, now he's damn near 80%. Mm-hmm. You can't tell me that this man coming in shooting under 30% is now a mid 30% three-point shooter. You can't tell me that you cannot improve. And I'm not saying that everybody needs to improve their percentages to that degree, but I'm just saying, Ben, you can go from averaging 16 points a game to 22 points a game with two made threes a game, bro. Keep the whole fucking game the same. Now you're a mid-20 scorer, bro. Off of come on, man. It don't make no sense to be cute. And you know what, cute? And this is also why I get on Ben Simmons. Mm-hmm. Because that's a wanted thing, bro. That's an internal heart, mind conquer over all of you. All of y'all are my peers. You got to treat that shit like Kendrick did. What's that song?
Control.
On Control.
I want to murder you niggas,
but I'm trying to murder all of you niggas when I see you on this motherfucking.
That's
court,
a fact,
bro.
because I look at guys like Chris Johnson hoops, great trainer, guys like Chris Brickley, you know what I mean, guys like Drew Hanlon. Those are the rising stars of trainers and whatnot. And when Chris Johnson, the trainer, posts Ben Simmons rejecting a screen from a dude who's like 5'7" to go dunk and say how many point guards can do this, bruh. They're not letting you do that in the half court in the playoffs. The difference between him and Giannis, though, is that Giannis has no fear and he has no embarrassment. Ben Simmons don't like to look ugly. He don't like to look, and he don't like to get embarrassed with the fact that his preparation is fucked up. Mm-hmm. Giannis is actually training and going hard. That's why he has the determination to do it, because he knows he's done it in training. And he's going to say, I've done it in training. I'm going to keep doing it. I have to hit this 3. I'm going to go to the basket. I'm going to keep going to the free throw line. I don't care if I miss 2 in a row. I'm going to go back to the free throw line and hit 5 in a row. Ben Simmons, he gets hacked. He's like, man. And that's what people's talking about. Where is your resolve, and where do you gather mentally when things start to go south? And that's where you can see when a guy like Ben Simmons gets his heart ripped out in the second half and they sit him down for 2 minutes and he comes back in and passes everything.
You know what's the example of that, Q? And we see it all day, right? Because of the team he plays on. Joel Embiid has established himself as the best player. But what happened when Kobe and Shaq was going through the same thing? Kobe was on a mission to prove he was the best player on that team every fucking night. And what did he do? He called out Shaq. Shaq, you lazy. Shaq, you this. Oh, Shaq, you don't want to go play defense? We're not passing you the ball. And Kobe made it apparent that I'm better than you. Right? To the point where he drove a wedge with the organization, said, you got to pick. Right now, if Philly had to pick, guess who they picking? They picking Joel Embiid. So if you truly feel that you're the best player on this squad, then make it a tough decision. It's not a tough decision. If we think about it right now, Ben, you can go, bro. What you do, I can figure that out with 2 or 3 other players, bro. I'm good. But what Embiid does, I can't replace that. I can replace what Ben Simmons is doing right now. So if Ben really wants to be the franchise guy, if Ben really thinks that he's that guy, then he got to play like he's irreplaceable. He's not playing like that. That's all mentality, man.
All right, let's get to the super chat.
We got a super chat from Aldrin J. What's happening, Aldrin J?
What up?
Did y'all hear what Jalen Green said about Detroit?
Yeah, but he also said he wanted to live there in the GQ magazine, so he need to get. He need to make up his mind.
He said he
make up
Detroit.
his mind.
Hey,
He said
Detroit
he
has
didn't want to live in
spoken.
Detroit, but in the
Detroit is
GQ interview, he said he want to live there.
Basically, what happened was he
Yeah.
said he's glad he didn't get picked because he didn't want to live in Detroit.
Right.
And then you
In
said
the GQ magazine, July 28th, he said he want to live in Detroit.
Two things can be true. Because he said he wanted to be the number one overall pick. So that's true.
Right, and he said he wants to quote. It was quoted. He wants to live in Detroit.
I'm just saying, but between Houston and Detroit, hey, I'm thinking Houston.
I'm just saying.
All I gotta say is just watch him out, Jalen, before you get a DM from Trick. That's all I gotta say.
Right.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
yeah. He can't even go to the city
Exactly.
now. Shit, damn.
Exactly.
that didn't need to be said. He should have just kept his mouth
He
closed.
was just upset. He was upset that he
Man,
wasn't.
get to game one. Worry
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Don't worry about none of that other stuff. Don't make no bulletin
Targeting
board
stuff,
material
yeah. Mm-hmm.
and make yourself a target. Now all eyes are on you. Like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And they already putting y'all together.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Q.
No, I'm saying and Sheldon, that they're already pitting those two together in terms of the rivalry now, Houston and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's always in good draft classes, there's always going to be two people that are going to stand out, right? Like Trae Young, Luka. Like we're always going to compare those guys and hey, should y'all have made the move?
Zion, RJ.
Zion, Art, no.
No.
What you mean? Hey, that's the talk of the town,
No,
Ken.
it's
That's
not.
what I heard.
In your head,
What you mean? Hey,
in disrespect, town over there, but
Yeah, I won't be surprised they have a primetime game if Detroit and Houston had like
100%.
like a TNT game. Or
I
something
don't know
like
about
wouldn't
that
be
though.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
The only reason I'm saying that is I don't know how much press this is getting outside of the sports world, if that makes sense.
Right.
When you talk about when we talk about how LaMelo when he came in, Zion, these players like that, they had the world behind them watching, trying to see what's going on. Non-sports fans were watching these games.
Yeah, because those guys were bigger than sports. They've already transcended sports. Where Jalen Green and Cade Cunningham, they haven't done that just yet. They're not as big as superstars off the court as they are on the court just yet. But I think they'll get to that point. And I think that, again, I think those two guys are going to be pitted against each other out of this draft class.
But they've been playing against each other since AAU days. So
Eventually it is. But I was just gonna say the league is overshadowing them right now.
Oh, 100%.
And I say that because, I'm saying,
because of the teams that they on. Too,
yeah, that's the only thing I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now those teams are we know Detroit is heading in the right direction. We talk about that all the time.
I hope.
It's just the league is
so.
so top heavy that we're gonna see
Only basketball fans know about the Detroit.
Yeah.
Those are the teams to watch.
That's underground.
Davion Mitchell,
underground
stuff.
mixtapes.
Right.
And that's why you need publications like us to let you know, hey, look, the Lakers are nice, the Nets are nice, the Bucks are nice, but look at all of these other
Houston
squads.
they got like 4 young guns that,
Bro,
man.
I can't wait to see them compete against the big boys though.
Yeah,
that's what
I'm like too. I like Summer League. I'll be like, okay, yeah, Summer League is good, but I want to see what Luka Gonza, the guy we got 52. I want to see what he gonna do against elite talent. You know what I'm saying? Like when the regular season.
Y'all got a Luka too?
Yeah,
I
think it's Luka Gonza, something like that. Yeah,
Luke Garza.
Luka,
Do you feel like they need to make a move, Detroit, as far as getting in more talent, or should you stand pat with what
Ride
you
it
got?
out for 2 more years.
Yeah, stand pack right now. Just stand pack. See how this young talent develop. Then after like year 2 or year 3, then you can kind of assess it. Like, okay, we need to do this. We need to bring this type of player in. We need to do this.
Everything's too raw right
now.
And you also know, look, Jalen Green, he's all. Or I'm sorry, Cade Cunningham in terms of Detroit. Him and the one that you drafted last year. I'm bad.
Which one?
Killian.
What about Bay? I like Bay too, man.
I do too.
I like Bay.
Killian and Cade, they over here in the corner. We ain't touching them. The rest of y'all it's time for y'all to show improve.
I like Bay, but he gives us good shooting. Like he gives us good shooting.
He got that little nastiness to him too.
I like him.
I
say
Bay.
them 3 is untouchable. Everybody else is kind of like.
Hey, Aldridge J. said the same thing. Davion Mitchell is probably going to be rookie of the year. The only thing that can stop Davion Mitchell is that team and the fact that they're loaded with guards.
Man,
He's playing behind 2 ball handlers.
So many
Halliburton and
I
Fox.
say shit. Shout out to Deuce McBride and Grimes out of the Knicks Summer League. Hey, they was. Hey,
I told you
Grimes is a dog. I ain't know Grimes.
I mean, I don't know why we mentioned the Knicks at all, but Grimes.
What you mean? They was a top 4 team in the East. What you talking about? Where was Charlotte at?
At home with the Knicks.
Nah. I'm just saying, don't forget about New York. I know y'all keep on hyping Detroit moves like New York ain't been doing shit over here on the other side.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button.
Y'all hate.
Look, if we gonna talk Charlotte, and you saw
He
Oh.
want his flowers. He want his flowers,
You know,
Ken.
Ken,
He want his
like,
flowers,
this is-
Ken.
you saw the article that you put in there.
You
I
skip
don't know.
balance for Tim Tebow right now for this nigga, bro.
No. This is not no Tim Tebow. This is not no Tim Tebow at all.
It is.
If y'all watched the Charlotte Hornets, LiAngelo was the second leading scorer,
He was.
and he only played 16 minutes a game, bro.
In summer league, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he averaged almost a point a minute.
In summer league, right?
It
You
don't
don't
mean
like
much
him,
It don't
Shelton?
translate,
You
bro.
don't like him, Shelton? You don't want him to
What?
change?
I want to like him so
what
bad,
does it
B, but he's not.
How does catch and shoot not translate?
He's not.
It explains to me on what planet that we play basketball that catch and shoot does not translate.
I'm just saying, in summer league, we're grading all this on summer league terms, right?
We're talking about summer league.
Okay, so then that
Hey,
means
Mr. T,
it ain't shit yet.
LeVar Ball is already goated, in my opinion, because LeVar has LeVar has made something out of. I mean, I thought he failed all three of them boys.
How?
I just thought
They all got
failed them.
paid.
I thought none of. That's what I'm saying. I thought it wasn't gonna happen with the way their careers were handled.
I thought
he messed them
Ken
up.
his whole, I
lose
thought
his
his,
damn mind.
I thought his whole thing.
I thought he messed them up.
No, I thought his whole thing was about. In my opinion, I took away from it. His whole thing was about them getting paid and being their own men.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
And that's what he achieved. Now, if you're talking
Right,
about
that's
the
what
NBA
I'm
success,
talking about.
that's why I'm critical on the NBA shit. Like, y'all really thought these niggas was gonna be like this outside of LaMelo? Yeah. But as far as them being paid, successful black
That's what
men,
I'm talking
yeah,
about.
they
That's all
got.
I'm talking
He
about.
helped them with that.
Ken, that's all I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He got them boys checks, and I didn't think they were gonna get no checks. I was like, we
How
thought,
did he do it, Shelton?
huh?
Talking shit.
How did he do it, Shelton?
Because prayer and God,
Being black.
Talking
that's
shit.
it. Because I thought he was
With a
talking.
white woman.
Yeah, that helped. I thought he had talked him out of it though.
It ain't help. That was the formula.
Why, why didn't he go get him a sister? That would have made him goaded.
He ain't see no sister 6'8",
They out there.
and they got a lot of lip too.
They out there.
That's why he ain't give. He got a wife.
Oh man.
His
She
wife,
tall.
she tall.
Oh,
she ain't
oh.
6'8", but she
I was
tall.
about to say, damn.
Yeah, he
I
got
don't think he ain't gonna talk the way he talk around
Which-
black.
which-
She played volleyball and basketball.
What y'all think about y'all talk about the Christmas Day game yet?
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Go ahead.
No,
You
goddamn.
can
Let
bring
me
it
get
up.
this super chat real
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead.
Tracy G said Ben Simmons to the Warriors is a good fit.
Yes.
Everybody's saying that.
You know what? Because
He's around shooters.
What about the
Exactly.
Clippers?
No.
I think the only
You don't
way,
think they made those moves with? You don't think there's gonna be some backdoor deal with how the Clippers will get Ben
It
Simmons?
could be.
What are they giving up to get him?
Because we remember
Yeah.
because we all
What
talked
are they
about.
giving
giving
up
up to get him,
Just
yeah.
talk
I
to
don't,
me.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm
Okay,
just saying
well,
there could be. It's Jerry West over there, right?
Yeah.
So he can make a move. I'm just saying, like,
OKC is
to
really the only place.
to give up on Pat Bev and Rondo was like, what the fuck y'all doing to get Bledsoe? Maybe it was something else that's going on down the line.
We'll see. Only because Bledsoe's going to give him financial flexibility the same time Kawhi does. So I don't know if they're looking at that summer of 2022 to spend a whole bunch of money. I don't know what the idea is.
The only,
But
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the only reason I want Ben in Golden State is if Draymond leaves.
Yes, 100%. I
That's
think that Ben Simmons slides into the Draymond spot, point forward, dribble handoffs. You know what I'm saying? Play defense, play bigger than what you are, play smaller than what you are at times.
He'd be a better fit for Warriors than Clippers.
So you
Exactly.
saying Draymond gonna be on the TNT crew this
No,
upcoming season?
Draymond can still play in the league.
Yeah.
I just think that Draymond's
With-
fit is very
with-
particular.
He would be with the Nets.
Ooh, if he could,
Q's still with us, man. The white woman didn't chase him off.
That white women and chase him.
We got another super chat from Mr. Ant-Man 27. What's happening? He said, speaking of summer league, that Greg Brown dunk though.
Yeah.
I didn't
Man, that
see
was
it.
I haven't
crazy.
seen that shit.
Man,
Yeah.
it was some nice dunks and athleticism.
Mhm.
This summer league
These
was
young boys
full
got
of
springs,
athletes.
man. These young boys got springs.
They do,
Man,
man.
they got skill, man.
Mm-hmm.
These young, I'm telling you, they coming in with way more talent than they ever have.
Yeah, this was a truly competitive and talented summer league. Right,
It
you
was.
used to have one or two guys that would stand out.
Right.
This
No.
summer league was packed.
It was a lot of guys
Yeah.
that would stand out. That
And,
had good
and I'm
games.
talking about, they mentioned something. I think it was Houston that was playing. It was one of those teams. Yeah,
Mhm.
Houston.
Mhm.
When they killing Charlotte,
Mhm.
but they were saying those undrafted players were playing just as good as some of the top picks. It was ridiculous.
Yeah,
It
man,
was
a lot of
ridiculous.
these GMs and coaches gonna have to make some decisions
They
before this final roster spot.
They are.
But let's get into these Christmas Day games.
All right, so it was almost pretty much what I predicted. So at
Hawks Knicks.
12 o'clock, Hawks Knicks. That's the 12 p.m. game.
That's
We
that
already
should
know
have
who
been
got that
prime
one.
time. That should have been prime time.
No,
who
usually
got
the
that
East
one?
Coast games always first. The next game after that one at 2:30 is Boston at Milwaukee.
That's a good one.
I don't really care about
Yeah,
that.
I
I care
thought
about Boston.
I predicted
I'm tired
Boston
of-
versus
I'm
I
tired of-
mean
I'm
Bucks
tired of-
versus
I would
Philly,
have
yeah.
rather I'd
Yeah.
rather have Philly than Boston in that.
I
game.
Yeah.
wouldn't even let Phoenix play Milwaukee again just because they was in the.
Right.
That
And
is
then
true. Yeah, we don't even get that.
At 5 o'clock when we got Golden State at Phoenix.
I like that one.
I don't really care for that one.
Why?
With the current roster that Golden State
what
has.
do you mean?
If
Yeah.
Ben Simmons gets
Clay-
over there around that time, then
No,
I'll
they're
care
gonna
about
have Clay back.
Clay gonna be
what
back.
are you
So
talking
yeah,
about?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
really
this-
care.
this-
I don't
yeah.
really care
Only
about
thing
that
I'm hoping for is that everyone is healthy by the time. Like,
Yeah.
I hope no one has suffered no injuries. The 8 o'clock game, we got the Nets at the Lakers.
Okay, that's
That's gonna
prime.
be a
the
good
one.
one. Yeah, and then the final one is Mavs at Utah.
That's a good one too.
That's
That's
the
the last game.
Yeah, I don't care about that game.
Oh, everybody be
Man,
sleep.
ain't nobody. I'm about to be.
Yeah, that's the last game.
Eggnog,
They will, but
boy.
that's true. You be full. You right.
Mhm.
But yeah, I said in the chat, I was like, I'm surprised y'all boy Joker didn't get
Yeah,
no
I was
love.
gonna say Denver's
no
missing.
MVP, no MVP
Fake
love.
MVP, man.
Yeah,
No
Denver.
MVP love.
You got
And who else?
That's how you know the
who's
white
name on the Knicks?
the white man don't move the needle.
Mm-mm.
Huh?
Who's the
Said
name
white
on the
man
Knicks?
Well, they
don't
do,
move
but not in the.
What
never
you mean the
mind.
name on it?
Mm,
The name that's we gonna be watching on Christmas.
I
Day.
caught that. I caught that king.
I think Denver Philly would have been a good matchup. Battle of the bigs.
Denver and Philly, you said?
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Oh yeah, one
Joker
number
and
number one.
Embiid.
So
See,
what
look,
game would
we
you
could
take
have
away?
we could have made a better game than the fucking Boston and
Yes,
Bucks.
to my prediction, I think after the Knicks and the Knicks, the Hawks, and then the LA and Nets was announced, I predicted the rest of the games would have been Bucks versus Sixers, Warriors versus Mavs, and Nuggets versus Jazz. That was my prediction. So I was almost there.
Dang, Hawks. C.J. Billingsley said that the Hawks hadn't played on Christmas since 1989.
That's
Wow.
Really?
Look, that's going to
Yeah.
Eastern Conference Finals. That'll do that.
Did you see?
Damn.
You see,
What
this
up,
bullshit,
TJ?
you see this bullshit that the Hawks already posted on their IG?
Yeah, that shit was funny. Look at,
look at that
this
shit.
shit was hilarious.
Dominique.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
They talking shit already, boy. The
Yeah,
Knicks
when
about to
you-
bust
when
their ass.
you go that far,
So-
and when you go that deep. So I'm looking forward to Chris. And they also showed like the opening day games. I didn't check those off, but I think the Lakers and Warriors are playing someone. I think the Nets and Bucks are starting off, and I think it's the Lakers and Warriors. I think that's the opening day game.
I'm with y'all in the chat though. I think that NFL game gonna be better. The Packers versus the Browns
On what day?
on Christmas.
They play
Day.
Christmas Day. Ooh, this
Oh,
is the first
wow.
time. The first time they ever played
Yeah,
Christmas Day. right?
usually NFL owns
Are you sure?
Thanksgiving. You sure that's not Thanksgiving?
That's what they're saying. They're saying Packers versus Brown on
So they
Christmas.
got two games.
Wow, really?
Y'all have fun with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch basketball.
They gonna get that back.
Right,
Basketball was only meant for Christmas Day. So that's why
right.
you
And
gotta-
Thanksgiving is for football.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, was I the only one laughing when Pat Bev got traded?
no, I
Probably.
was laughing too.
The
I
whole
was
chat
laughing
laughed.
too.
The whole
We
chat
was
laughed.
all- we was
But
all
I,
in
but
there
I, but I
laughing.
said what you talking about the first time or the second time?
Second time.
I knew the second
Both.
time.
Both.
Kid like
I knew
both.
I knew the second. The first time was just a move. That was
Yeah.
that was.
I knew he wasn't gonna stay in.
Yeah, he
Memphis.
wasn't.
Yeah.
I didn't think he'd go to
Like,
Minnesota.
Like what type of minutes you gonna get behind Ja, bro? Like,
But didn't he say they had how many years? He said they
5
had.
years. They got 5 years after when Paul
said-
George
Yeah.
George and Kawhi Leonard came to Clippers. Yeah, he told Steph Curry, yeah, we got the league
We
for
got
the next 5 years.
That's
now.
5 years, huh?
And Curry was like, "Ain't you 32 or something?" Like
31,
that.
yeah.
Ain't you 31?
yo,
Damn, man.
So I
Damn.
saw this, and I definitely wanted to talk about it here.
Mhm.
So
Rondo
you know
down
how I
too.
keep talking about Chris Brickley,
Mhm.
the NBA trainer. He trains a lot of people. I've been sending B a
Yeah.
whole bunch of stuff. He was just recently working out with Carmelo Anthony and Amani Bates.
Man,
And Amani,
man,
hey, physically
Look,
he not ready, but
he not
everything,
everything else is there.
Yo, Amani,
He just need
crazy.
to beef up just a little bit
Yup,
more. Yeah,
yup,
he
yup.
still got that high school body.
He do.
You know
he
what
do.
I'm
He
saying?
look thin as hell.
Yeah,
But C Brickley CO3 on IG. If you don't follow him, go follow him now. You know what I'm saying? Giving him a big heads up or a big shout out. He has this post where it says passing of the torch.
Mhm.
And he has a whole bunch of established veterans versus some of the new guys
Mhm.
that are coming into the league. So he has Paul George passing the torch to Cam Reddish. So like that's kind of the next person that fits the Paul George mode. Now, I'm gonna throw the name. I'm gonna throw everybody that he put out there out and just see if y'all agree. So y'all agree with the Paul George, Cam Reddish?
Yeah, I don't mind it.
His potential.
The
I'm looking
potential,
at. I'm thinking that's potential. Yeah, I can see that.
He's very Paul George, like very smooth 3-point game.
I'm only saying that because of how he ended the playoffs.
Game wise, kind of. But Paul George at one point led his team. I don't see Cam Reddish leading any team.
It's too early.
I would
say
he's more
Tatum. Always be hating early, but go ahead.
I would say PG is more Tatum.
More Tatum?
Yeah,
but I think Tatum is more established already. So like these guys are more younger. So let me go to the next one. So he has John Wall passing the torch to who's the quick guy in Sacramento? Lefty, De'Aaron Fox.
That's a good one. They're very similar. That's
is Fox as athletic as?
Absolutely. Yes, he is.
I haven't watched it. I don't watch it.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
No, that dude, man, that guy.
How many? Shout out to all the Sacramento Kings fans, boy. All 6 of y'all.
I don't know how Davion Mitchell gonna get run behind.
That's a horrible run. That's a horrible run team. They wasting about 10 niggas.
Somebody got to go.
So to me, with the John Wall, De'Aaron Fox thing, to me, John Wall was a point guard that can score, and De'Aaron Fox is a 2 that can play point guard.
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
Because he's a better shooter than John Wall.
He's a better shooter. You know what I'm saying? But the athletic, the up and down the court, same. Yeah. So he got Steph Curry passing the torch to Trae Young.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's obvious. Mm-hmm. He got Russell Westbrook passing the torch to Ja Morant.
I agree.
Because
Ja Morant be running at 150 miles per hour all the time.
Yep. And then he has James Harden passing the torch to Kevin Porter Jr.
I can see it.
I don't know about that.
Look, Kevin.
I'm thinking potential. I can see him.
I gotta
being
see
the
another
scoring
season.
machine.
I gotta see another
I can
season.
see him being the scoring machine.
Is it the scoring part?
It's the scoring.
Because they got different games. That's all that.
I'm not looking at it as he do step backs and all that stuff. I'm
He's
just
very Jamal Crawford to me.
Yeah, but he get buckets.
Putting the ball in the basket.
Yeah,
and he a lefty.
Yeah, and he lefty. Yeah, I can see that.
Who's the last? Was that one more?
That was it.
Okay.
Those are the 5.
I'm surprised no big fellas.
I said he reminds me more of Jamal Crawford.
Who's that?
Kevin Porter?
Yeah, when Jamal Crawford, just his game, not as with his career.
Jamal was more flashy to me.
Yeah, Jamal. Yeah, Jamal.
And Kevin is very flashy to me because he be doing Yeah.
All that shit, step back and shit he be doing. He flashy as fuck too.
No, wait, hold on. I'm not saying that James Harden and Kevin Porter don't have no pizzazz to the game.
Yeah.
But when I talk about flashy, I'm talking about Jamal Crawford.
Jamal Crawford was
for no motherfucking reason.
Yeah, Jamal Crawford may have been
the 2
doors. Oh yeah, he'll shit on you, flash.
Yeah, he was
he'll do a little extra just
him and Kyrie different levels of ball handling.
Kyrie will make you look like you shouldn't even be.
Yeah. Both them two were like that.
You shouldn't even wear sneakers type shit.
As far as handling the ball, you couldn't touch neither one of them two's handle.
And all I know, look, and this is FIFO projecting. I had Ken two Tuesdays ago watch highlights.
He said 2 Tuesdays.
and I've shown B this player as well. To me, the passing, he's not even in the league yet. He's not even in college yet. But
Imani?
Imani? No, Imani's
that
guy.
We are.
Imani's that guy. Yeah. But no, Dior Johnson. He committed to Oregon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's tough.
He is the next Kyrie, bro. I'm telling you, handle, jump, pull up in your face, disrespectful mentality, bro. Go watch Dior Johnson, bro. This guy is the truth.
He's nice, man. I'm surprised they didn't put a big fella that pass the torch.
But I guess what big fella is
ain't no
passing
bigs no more.
I don't know. I'm surprised they ain't come up with I have to think of one, but I'm
this positionless basketball ain't no bigs.
Damn, Josh Rosen got waived. That's fucked up.
Your boy Tebow got waived too.
I know. It's that block. That block he did.
Yeah, that block.
That shit was horrible. I thought I saw Skip's attempt
they spent
to
20
make
minutes talking about that
his
goofy ass nigga.
They did.
They spent 20 minutes talking about Tim Tebow.
They did.
That's not surprising from that show.
But he had a shitty.
And then talk about Dallas after that, didn't he? Dallas Cowboys
around,
after that, didn't he? Yeah.
That block was bad though.
It was horrible.
He had 2 of them that was bad.
He had 2 of them. And Shannon Sharp made the best point that you can make.
Of course, because he played the sport.
Who the hell was number 59? Don't nobody know, right? He second teamer, third teamer, we don't know. If that's Myles Garrett coming around that corner, and Tebow, you do that, bro. Sunshine going to the ER.
Yes,
you
immediately.
Know, you can't have that. You gotta be physical at the point of attack. And when you a tight end, guess what? You're blocking D ends, you're blocking outside linebackers, you're leading sometimes, the running back, like you're the lead blocker. Like, no, bro, like you gotta put people on their ass.
Cole Rain said Team Tebow gonna sign up as a Laker next. That shit was funny.
Speaking of players signing or doing that shit, I saw this player and I thought immediately of FIFO. Jamal Adams.
I knew it.
4 years, 72, up to $72 million. For what?
See.
I'm asking a question.
What do you mean for what?
For what?
He is one of the best overall safeties. He can play in the box. He can play
What
in
team
space.
you play for?
Exactly. You ain't even. B don't even know what team he played for.
He don't follow football like that no more.
Yeah. What team you play for?
Seattle. You got traded to
Okay.
Seattle.
Okay.
Look, Jamal Adams, for a particular or for whoever wanted to pay him, he's worth the money. He's worth the money. He's top 3 safeties in the league, top 2 safeties in the league.
Top 5.
All the shit that Seattle had to give up to get the nigga.
You got to pay him then, for sure.
Exactly. You always talk about draft capital. Oh, it's worth all 70 of them millions, bro.
I don't think he is, but we'll see this season.
Who is?
What?
What safety is?
That's a good question.
Adams, he's like top 5, top 6.
Safety?
Yeah. I would say he's top 5.
So
top six.
name me 3 safeties ahead of him.
I could probably I could probably name you about 7, but the reason why
go ahead, bro.
I don't have that list in front of me, man. I don't have that list in front of me, but just know that Adams, he misses a lot of tackles.
I'm taking Minka over him.
Okay,
I could go there. I could go with Buddha. I mean, you know what I mean?
I'll take Darren James over his ass.
Nah,
You feel what I'm saying?
Hurt.
Yeah, he's hurt.
Harrison Smith,
No.
No.
Justin Simmons.
No. Doesn't cover the ground. Justin Simmons doesn't cover the ground. Buddy from Minnesota, Harrison Smith, he a decapitator, but that's about it.
John Johnson the third.
Jamal got to be better in coverage, man.
Honey Badger.
I wouldn't take Honey Badger over.
I'll take Jesse Bates.
Better in
Shout out to the
coverage?
Bengals.
Buddha Baker.
I think the Honey Badger.
Oh, Buddha Baker's nice.
Buddha Baker is nice.
They got Justin Simmons ranked number 1.
Nah,
on a lot of these charts.
He not number 1 to me. In my opinion, Jamal Adams is number 1.
They got Jamal Adams as 10th as best safety.
What list you looking at?
Yeah, I know.
I'm like Pro Football Focus.
Pro Football Focus?
Yeah, they be tripping lately.
Because they ain't got your nigga. Hey, I'm just saying. 4 years, 70 up to $72 million. That's a lot of money.
NFL.com has him
For a
ranked
top
4th.
10, for a nigga who's at number 10.
NFL.com has him ranked 4th.
Justin Simmons.
Shit, he ain't top 3.
Like I said, 5, 6, 7 is
he the
where he
highest
should
paid
be.
safety in the NFL. I think maybe history.
For right now. You know that changes. You know
Because the market. Because of the
This
market.
is Justin Simmons was the top rated safety for the last 2 years, PFF.
Say it again one
Okay.
time for people in the
But Nick,
And was only behind Jesse Bates 1 year.
What's up, Q?
Nick, doesn't that raise the question, could this be the last year that we see Russell Wilson in Seahawks uniform?
No, I won't say.
The reason why I asked that because they were talking about the Giants being in play for him.
You know, there has been rumors ever since Sierra said that shit.
Say what shit?
She said that shit as far as I think it was something.
She wants to live in a bigger city.
Yeah, she want to live like in New York or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's when the rumors started like, oh shit, is there a trade gonna happen between the Giants and the Seahawks? And then they kind of put that to bed once they started, talking to Russell and telling him, nigga, shut the fuck up. But I don't think I think we see Russell in Seattle a little bit longer than what it's rumored to be. I think I'll be shocked if he ends up in any other place, especially if he even goes to New York, in the next two seasons.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that he just wants to put more pressure on the organization to be like, don't do me like Aaron Rodgers, because shit, you seeing how that is going right now. Don't make me start talking shit.
Yeah,
and that's why he's chirping right now.
See, you talk about coaches, Nick, but to me, the coach that deserves your magnifying glasses is Pete Carroll.
That shine is starting to come off with Pete Carroll because he hasn't been able to rebuild that defense. You've seen he has to literally buy a defense now.
Mm-hmm.
So shit.
And one of y'all said that. I don't remember which one of y'all said it, but somebody said that Pete would leave before.
Yeah, you always choose
Russell.
the star quarterback over the head coach, no matter
I
what.
mean, but at this point though, with Russell being at the age that he's at,
But he's
it
like
depends on-
32.
yeah, like 31, 32. As that organization, bro, he's black. Like, bro, like he one of us. They not gonna pick the nigga over the white man. They gonna pick organizational infrastructure over the star.
But
Because they gonna look 4 years down the line, and be like, do we need a coach who can keep everyone that we need in the next generation, or we need a quarterback who we can need to trade?
my thing is though, Seattle has never had a quarterback as good as Russell ever.
Facts.
So you're willing to give that up over how old is Pete Carroll? Like 75? Like he's older than he looks for a white man. He's like 70 something. Like this nigga about to damn near.
Who did
kick
the
bucket
Baltimore
in the
Colts
next 5
have?
seasons?
Who did the Baltimore Colts have before they moved to
Right.
Indianapolis? You know what I mean? It was still Peyton, and they still moved on from him. You know what I mean? And obviously that was an injury.
But that's because they to me the Colts were in a very unique situation where your Hall of Fame QB, you can make a decision on cutting him, and you got the #1 draft pick and Andrew Luck coming right in. Like
And
that's a Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers transition that
Correct.
hardly ever happens in the
And
NFL.
more than anything else, it was unknown with Peyton's neck. If you know
Yeah.
Peyton had the injury too. So when you look at Russell's still technically in his prime. I don't think he's going anywhere. I don't think
he's
they're gonna
still
let
in
him
his
go.
prime, and I think that he's taking a lot of hits, man. And the reason why I'm saying this is because his offensive line is not good. The offensive scheming around him is very suspect, and every single year he keeps saying the same thing. So if the fire's there, I mean, if the smoke has been there for the last 3 years now, I expect to see fire coming soon because it can't go nowhere. You know what I mean?
Just don't get my hearts up with this
Yeah.
whole Russell to New York. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't take that. If the Giants get Russell Wilson, we win the next 5 titles. I don't care what you say.
You giving up on Danny Dimes already?
For the black man, hell yeah. I'll fire that nigga on spot.
I just want to add 2 things. Going back to Jamal Adams, before he got signed, Justin Simmons, since y'all brought him up, he signed a 4-year, $61 million contract.
Yeah.
$35 million was guaranteed, and then they just went,
They
a
went
little bit over
bonkers
that.
then.
Who? Seattle? No, it's in range. The next person that gets paid always get a higher bump.
Exactly.
And just to add on to that,
65. You going to 70 up to 72 from 65?
yeah, I mean, well, it's a couple
What
of
is
mil.
that? That's 2 million. It's like
But
That's almost
but
10
let's
million.
see-
That's
but-
closer to
but
10
here's-
million.
couple million.
That's
a
closer
year.
to 10
That's
million than 5
nothing.
million.
But let's see what Matthew has to say, because he tweeted or quote tweeted, said, "Oh, please, the disrespect is noted." So I guess
Tyrann Matthew.
yeah. So I guess he's looking to get paid. So he might be paid more than Jamal Adams.
I don't know
I
about
don't know
that.
how though.
Where was
Remember
Tyrann
what I
Matthew
said?
in the Super Bowl?
Do they got it?
I don't think they got the bread.
Yeah, they
I
got.
don't know
They
if they
gonna
got
print
it,
it.
but
Because
They
they got.
gonna print that.
What I'm saying is
motherfucker.
that they
I know-
He's
they
in
gonna
the
pay
Patty.
everybody.
You got to pay.
he's
you
in the
got
last
two
year of his. He may not get it from the Chiefs,
gonna-
but he's
they-
in the last year of his contract, and he's
Gotcha.
making like 14 mil.
Well, I put it to you like this: the Chiefs need him
Yeah, they
because
do.
outside of Chris Jones, like he's the next most important defender on that defense.
True.
So if he's not there, like
They gonna have to give him a few Kansas City barbecue joints because I don't think they got the bread for it. Honestly,
That's a
So
fact.
I just thought that was interesting.
yeah, but you remember what I said? I don't remember exactly when I said it, but in the NFL, you don't want to get paid first; you want to get paid last. Oh, when we were talking
the
to
Lamar Jackson
Josh
shit.
Allen,
Yeah.
you know, with Lamar Jackson contract being on the horizon and Baker Mayfield as well, especially if I'm a quarterback, I don't want to be the first one paid. Let all these other motherfuckers in my same 2-year draft class get paid first. I want to get paid after all of y'all because I'm gonna make sure I make more than all of y'all.
I feel you, but I want to get paid.
Nah, but
You gonna get paid regardless if you in that conversation.
exactly. You know what I'm saying, Shelter? You gonna get paid regardless if you're performing. You know what I'm saying, and you know the idea of what have you done for me lately. When you look at Lamar, hey, I could say a lot of what I've done for you lately. You know, the people that are in that category. You know, I think that the most interesting one to me is gonna be, what does Baker's contract look like?
Yeah, that's gonna be.
It all depends on this year. They ain't gonna talk to that nigga until the end of the year.
Yeah.
And if I'm Lamar, I'm like, look, none of them niggas gave you an MVP.
Mhm.
When was the last time you had even an MVP as QB in this franchise? So I'm like, shit.
They never had it.
I say, for me, if this is all taking long for Lamar's contract, it better be fully guaranteed. That's all I would say.
It won't be.
None of them
Yeah,
gonna
that's
none
what
of
I'm
them
about
gonna
to
be
say.
fully
I don't
Just
guaranteed.
saying, bro. Shit,
He
deserve it. Go ahead with a super chat.
We got a super chat from
He
Chill.
deserves it.
Yeah,
A fully guaranteed?
yeah.
Nobody's there.
I don't know about that one.
I don't think none of them.
Andrew Luck got a fully guaranteed.
Pat Mahomes.
Damn near. If not, he did.
I don't know if it was fully guaranteed. Nobody. I think Kirk Cousins shit was like.
He
fully
was
guaranteed.
he got full, but he was only
Was it
like
fully?
he was
I
like
don't think it was.
he was
fully.
like 3 or 80 something 85 million fully guaranteed. He was the first fully guaranteed contract.
All I know is
It ain't gonna happen. They're gonna move on from Lamar Jackson.
You think he ain't worth 120 million fully guaranteed?
I said they're gonna move on from Lamar Jackson.
I'm asking you
so,
though.
too.
Do you think he's worth 120 million fully
He
guaranteed?
worth whatever they want to pay him.
I like it.
you know, Nick. You talk about
he
like
ain't that tight.
one season making or breaking somebody. This is the season that's gonna make.
It's
or
bigger
break
for Lamar than Baker.
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here.
You know why? Because look,
He black.
Thank you.
You go.
Thank you.
That's it. It shouldn't be.
He black.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, Nick. But they're right.
So you saying I'm being naive on this?
Yeah, from that
Yeah.
point, from that
You are.
perspective, they're completely right.
but to me, what my eyeballs tell me is that all of these other quarterbacks are a little bit more advanced in throwing the ball than Lamar. That's the one aspect of his game that he has to increase because, bro, you cannot win a Super Bowl outside of the pocket. You gotta be able to play from within the pocket and then make your plays throughout the game that you need to outside of the pocket. But the majority of the game gotta be played from that pocket. And that is the biggest weakness of Lamar Jackson's game.
Yeah.
So if he can improve that, because look, we've been blaming the wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
They got wide receivers now. They still got a tight end.
Yeah,
They got
Who they pick up?
the wide receivers hurt.
it's
So-
very.
and he got COVID.
Is what it seems like. It's that
You say Cam Niggerish?
same thing. Yeah, that too. Very
That's what
Cam. Very.
That's what I.
It's very Cam Newton-ish in that. And
Who did they
my
pick
fear
up?
for him is that he's a lot smaller than Cam. So Cam took a lot of punishment, but he's
But
a
Lamar
smaller
don't
guy.
be getting hit like
He-
him.
he
He was
doesn't-
sliding like a motherfucker.
He hadn't yet, and I hope he continues. But I want him to. I want him to prove this year that he can throw the ball.
Here's
And I
the
know
thing.
he can. I think he can. But I just
I,
want to see it.
I
The thing-
synced it.
But the thing with Lamar taking hits, he doesn't take a volume of hits. But the ones he does take, oftentimes they are big. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't take a lot of hits, but the ones he does take, bro, like there was one last season. I was like,
But I think- but I-
shit, I thought he snapped his neck.
But I think if you look at, like you said, the weapons, if the weapons get better, then he don't have to do all that extra shit.
100%. That's the logical rationale. But we got to see what it
We gotta
looks like
see.
on the field.
We gotta see.
If he takes that step in terms of being the passer that he needs to be, then yes, fully guaranteed. Whatever the fuck you want, whatever Lamar wants, you got to pay him. You know, it's kind of like when Joe Flacco bet on himself. Like, oh, you don't want to pay me? Watch this. And what he do? You wasn't gonna pay him after that run. You had to pay him.
Yeah.
You know
Talk
what I'm saying?
about one of the
But-
ultimate hustles.
But
in
if
Kanye.
if every franchise said if you pay this quarterback $120 million, he gonna get you a Super Bowl, they doing it.
Oh, 100%.
Every franchise,
Oh,
no matter who the
100%.
fuck the quarterback
Yeah.
is,
I thought they paid him after that.
they did.
So
That's what I'm saying. They pay for it.
they paid for it after the fact, though.
Mhm.
They already
What-
got
don't,
what they
don't
needed.
you want to
brother.
guarantee the Super Bowl, but you don't pay him up front?
Where did they get him, Nick? They didn't get shit. They could have let him go. They got what they needed out of him.
You being a sleazeball as owner now.
No, but Ken has a point. Think about how much better, right, that the Ravens would have been if they would have got rid of Joe Flacco the year after they won the Super Bowl. Now, granted, that means that you're in a complete rebuild at that point in time, but you move on because now what happened was Joe Flacco was there a year or two too long. You know what I'm saying? Like,
How long was the contract?
A year or two too long. Let's get to the super chat. Chill Vibes 24. Shout out to you, man. He said, I seen Carmelo on the All Smoke talking about the Pistons not taking him in the draft. Beasley, how do you feel about it? How did you feel about it in 03 and how do you feel about it now?
Oh, I mean, yeah, at the time I was like, oh my God, Pistons, what the hell are y'all thinking? But I don't know. And I mean, in the grand scheme of things, and I feel like I said this before in the show, I think him and Larry Brown wouldn't have got along good. Knowing how immature Carmelo was as a player those first few years when he was with Denver, I think him and Larry Brown would have bumped heads like a lot. And I think if we would have got Carmelo, we wouldn't have made the trade for Rasheed Wallace. And Rasheed Wallace was the difference maker of us winning that
I
championship.
agree with that.
You know what I'm
statement.
saying?
I don't know if they make the Rasheed Wallace move.
Right.
If you have Carmelo, I think with the whole Larry Brown thing, I think because that team were so many veterans,
They would have
policed it.
chin checked him in the locker room or whatever.
Yeah,
He said he would have.
But I mean, we saw how
Yeah,
immature.
yeah,
but
you
we
say
saw how
that.
immature Melo was.
But that was with the.
year.
But we also looking hindsight is 2020,
Yeah.
granted. But with how George Karl is as a coach and what we're seeing now is like maybe that was the
and the personalities that were on that team.
Yeah.
That's what-
Martin.
that's what-
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
That's
You
what I'm
had
saying.
some hotheads over there.
Yeah, so
So,
like
yeah.
I would think that, and Larry Brown had AI, so like I would think that he can like if you got a whole group of vets and you got Larry and you in the city of Detroit, like there's a certain standard, like you can't do that shit.
That was one thing I was thinking, but it's like, we get Carmelo, we don't make that move.
He
for
right though,
Sheed.
y'all would have won back to back.
If they would have still made the move for Sheed. If
Yeah,
they still
if
made
we
that
still
move,
made the move for
I
Sheed.
think yes.
I think
Yeah.
Without that move,
I think
I don't know.
regardless,
No.
Nah.
Melo
you gotta
came
think-
out there
I know
balling, bro.
Nick Name regardless.
He
Yeah.
came out the league balling.
He
my nigga.
was, but Tayshaun wasn't an all-time 4 at that point in time in the league. He was
Right.
too small to
Right.
play 4 all the
And
time.
this was big basketball back
yes.
then. This is
and
not
Carmelo couldn't have played the 4
Yeah,
all the time.
yes.
I know.
in
That's
the
what I'm
league.
saying. He
Yes.
mentioned. He said we would have split time.
Q never says drink more water.
Carmelo said that he would have split time with Tayshaun at the 3.
Yes.
Not at the 4.
Not at the 4. Yeah,
the
because
4 was their biggest weakness, which is why they made the Rasheed Wallace move, which was huge for them.
and who's to say in the situation against Indiana, if Melo was in the game and Tayshaun wouldn't, Melo wouldn't have been running down Reggie Miller for that
Nope.
block.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? So it's certain.
We don't know what young Melo could have done during that.
No,
that
Melo was
Detroit.
not
Hey,
no defensive.
hey,
Melo was not a
hey,
defensive player,
hey,
man. He was not a defensive player.
We know that.
Was there not a couple Detroit players that came in, Dennis Rodman and shit, they got coached up and said, all right, now we unlocked the potential on this
not
nigga.
like that.
We're
Not
talking
like
about a rookie Melo right now.
like that.
The sky's the limits for this
Nah.
nigga.
Talking about
nah,
immature
nah.
Melo the second time.
Melo was
Look,
a
I
bucket.
love Melo just like you. Look, when they chose Darko, I
You
was
don't
like,
love Melo like him, B.
That's what I'm
I-
saying. He
that's
like
a whole
he
nother-
like the nigga.
I
You know what I'm
love
saying?
Melo.
He
I
tolerate
fucks with
him.
Melo.
He don't fuck with
I
him.
fucks with Melo, man. I used to say Melo was the best scorer in the league at one point. And
Say it
people thought I
again
was
one
crazy.
time for the people who ain't hear you.
He had about a 3 to 4 yard.
Well, he was the
4-year
best scorer in
run.
the league, like easily. But yeah, I just think, and just in hindsight, I think, now for the future, now I think we would have had a longer run, maybe. Like we
That
wouldn't
would
have
have extended the
yeah,
run.
we would have extended the
You
run,
would have never
but
traded Chauncey.
but
all of
us
those
winning the
dudes.
championship, we probably wouldn't have wanted to get us getting Sheed, man. That was it. That was that move we needed right there. So I don't know, man. But
6'11" with length and shooting.
man, like that's what we needed. He was our fitting piece, our final piece to win championship. I mean, we made it to the finals 2 years in a row, and we made six straight Eastern Conference final appearances. So yeah, man,
So
no
with
telling.
Sheed and Carmelo, yes.
Oh yeah, we
But
definitely would.
without Sheed and Carmelo, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
That's
even know
a
if we
big
win.
question mark.
I don't know if we win one.
That's
even if we-
a what if.
Yeah, it is a
You know
what
what?
if.
Look,
It is a what if.
You talked about Tayshaun chasing down Reggie Miller,
Right.
Do you understand what that front court looked like? Rick Smiths and the Davis boys, both of them.
Them some monsters.
Bro, they're a big motherfucker.
We didn't
bro.
go against them. We didn't go against them. It was Steven Jackson, Ron Artest,
Oh, was
Jermaine
that-
O'Neal,
yeah, it was-
Jermaine
Madison
O'Neal,
Madison, yeah.
Jamal Tinsley.
Yeah.
Oh, Jamal Tinsley. I remember.
Yeah, that's
Mel-
why.
Melo's putting in work.
They'd have jumped
I'm just
on
saying this. Regardless, I don't give a fuck who is on the other side. Unless it's MJ, Melo putting in work.
I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. Them power forwards that used to be the Anthony Masons and the Davis boys of the world,
Melo played against them niggas too.
but not at the 4.
Dale Davis, he played against Dale
You know what I'm
Davis.
saying? Like he played against all these niggas too.
Man, them Davis brothers was.
Them some
They
monsters.
were hell back then.
Man.
That was the late '90s.
Monsters.
That was the late
Yeah.
'90s Indiana. They was going against the Chicago Bulls and
Man.
Lamar Jackson,
Yeah.
and with the big head number 9. He was a small forward. He could shoot too.
big head number.
I know you
9.
talking about.
He had a big ass.
I know
peanut head.
exactly who you talking about. Dang, what is his name?
Slow as hell. But
You talking
could
about
shoot.
Jermaine
He
O'Neal?
was long.
Nah.
he was
No,
long.
just the
He was a
'90s
wing.
Indiana.
He was a wing. I can see
Who
him
he
in
play
my head.
for? Who?
The
Chuck
Pacers.
Persons?
No,
No,
not
not
Persons.
Persons.
Not Persons.
Damn,
I have
I
no
can't
idea
think of the
who you
small
talking
Chuck
forward.
Person
Yeah.
was on that team though.
I thought he was.
He was.
I thought he was.
What year am I talking? That's like 97?
Like 98, 97, 98. Like them years when they was battling the Bulls. Like, yeah.
I know who you talking about. I can't think his name.
As soon as I see
KJ
him, I know
say-
who he is.
Q free trial be expiring right on time.
That's funny. McKay.
Yep, Derek McKee.
Derek McKee.
Derek McKee,
Yeah.
6'9".
Yeah, Tickolo said it. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Man, I forgot
But yeah,
about Travis
that's
Best.
definitely a big what if, man. Only reason why I didn't crucify Joe Dumars because we ended up winning a championship that following year. But yeah, I was like, dude,
Yeah, Ron
why
Artest.
did you pick Darko? He fell for the hype because Darko was doing all this spectacular shit overseas, and
But to hear Melo say like they literally told me,
yeah,
we picking
Yeah.
you.
yeah,
That's
Even
crazy.
Larry
How
Brown.
I love
yeah,
hearing
even
that
Larry
shit.
Brown, that's crazy.
I love hearing that shit about like in hindsight as far as
Yeah.
like what people actually the conversation that was actually had.
because we didn't have that we didn't have that
Yeah.
access to that.
But
back
at the,
then,
but like to hear him say like, damn,
Yeah,
like,
I
that's
know.
insane.
that is insane.
That's literally history changing off of one.
It is like ain't no telling what our franchise would have been at least in that 10-year span if we would have drafted Melo.
But you know, like to me, those type of decisions, like the remnants of that is it stays for a very long
Mhm.
time, which is why, you know, partly Detroit gave Josh Smith that badass
It's crazy
contract.
because like we even
All
though
of
we
that
had that
shit
nice
snowballed.
run,
Yep.
we had like 10+ years of just thinking it up.
Yep.
And I think Joe Dumars' issue, I think he held on. I mean, he was trying to hold the band together, but he held on to Tayshaun, Rip, he held them on too long. Like the year that we lost to Miami in the Eastern Conference Finals, that's when he should have broke it up.
Yeah.
He should just broke it all up. But he held on to him. And by the time he traded him, it was like, you know, I mean, we had traded like Rip Hamilton for like Ben Gordon and somebody. It was just like, what?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
yeah, it wasn't making sense.
I think players that become GMs, what happens is they start thinking with their heart and not their head.
And I think that's what Joe was
Yeah,
doing.
he was-
exactly
he
what
was-
Joe Dumars
yeah.
was doing
because he was a player.
because he was a player.
Because he
was
started
the-
that. He traded Grant Hill,
Yep.
got Jerry Stackhouse,
Yep.
traded Jerry Stackhouse, Rip Hamilton, got Ben Wallace, and everything was just history. Like,
Yep.
like that shit was crazy. So yeah, damn.
And we got a super chat from Connor Pearson Ward. We appreciate Connor. Hey, we appreciate all the super chats. We appreciate the love, man. All of that goes to a good cause. It helps us to bring more content so you can get more from all the outstanding shows on the network. So please don't hesitate to send that on over and we got you. Connor Pearson Ward said, do you think the Pistons would have been better off with Chris Bosh over Melo at the time?
They wouldn't have had to make the Rasheed move.
Yep.
Because that's
That's
where Rasheed
that's-
was
yeah.
for them. 6'11" with skill.
But
But
we the won championship.
He brought
thinking like
experience.
yeah, not with rookie Bosh.
no, we wouldn't have won a championship.
Not with
We
rookie
wouldn't have got
Bosh.
that ring. We
Bosh
wouldn't.
was talented though, baby.
He was, but
But it's the experience.
What he did his rookie year.
he was
No,
like
Bosh was
20 and 10.
nice.
He was
Yeah,
like 20
Bosh
and
was
10.
nice.
I think he was probably 20 and 10.
Look, you got to think in 4 years, 4 or 5 years, Bosh led all of Toronto like stats
and everything. Yeah.
in
Yeah.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So that means from day one he was balling.
Yeah.
In terms of and this is why I say, you know, everybody's questioning the age of the Lakers, but it's veteran teams that win championships.
Yeah.
And even though stylistically and skillfully,
Because we was a veteran team.
100%,
Yeah.
Chris Bosh would have fit the role that Rasheed would have played, but Rasheed's edge and his experience,
Right.
I don't think that you could have got that from Chris Bosh.
Because Chris Bosh wouldn't have been moxie against the Lakers like
No.
the way Rasheed was.
Chris Bosh would have
Rasheed
been
was
ready
not scared of
year
him.
2, year 3, year
Right.
4. Rasheed was
Rasheed
ready
was
when
not-
you made the move for
Rasheed
him.
was
Correct.
not scared of the Lakers, man. I
Chris
remember
Bosh
that.
averaged 11 and 5 his rookie year.
Okay.
And Rasheed was up there like 16,
16,
I think it
18.
was. Yeah.
Mhm.
But that's the craziest thing to me about Rasheed. Like,
Yeah, man.
Rasheed could have been a 25-point
Yep.
scorer. Easy.
Yep.
Double.
Like real
was so
talk,
good, bro.
Rasheed could have been like best point power forward
You
in the
know
league.
what?
Yep.
Yeah.
I would love to see Rasheed Wallace in today's basketball.
Yeah, his game fits more now than it did.
Oh
back
yeah.
then.
Hell yeah. Hell
He
yeah.
would be
Mhm.
amazing today.
Mhm.
Yeah, he just didn't have that desire to be the
Yeah,
best
I think
player.
that's what. Yeah, I think that's what
Yeah.
it was. Because
He
he
just
definitely
wanted
had the
to
skill
play.
set.
Yeah,
He had
man.
the skill set to
Hell
be the
yeah.
best
And the
power
mind.
forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had the skill set to be the best power forward to ever play. If he
Pull-up
would have
game, 3-point game,
post
back to the basket
game,
game,
defense,
Defense.
hooks,
Yep.
everything.
He
Like,
was
Yeah.
buckets. He was
everything,
buckets.
man.
Yep.
He was
He just
everything.
it's so interesting watching Rasheed because he just wouldn't dominate.
Right.
Like, he
and it's
had
like
stretches he
and it's
would
like you
dominate.
and I'm like,
Yeah,
dude, you could do
And he
that all the
barbecue
time.
chicken, bro.
Yeah, like
he just
That's
I
just
don't know.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Got me looking up.
That's why I love watching him in college at Carolina. Boy. It was
Oh yeah,
beautiful.
him and and when he was at Carolina and him and Duncan, they used to battle it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
them
Rasheed was
ACC
one of my
games.
favorite players for a while in the NBA, man.
Yeah. He was another one I think that people don't give credit for. Like you know, people always be like, well, Iverson brought hip hop. Like Rasheed
Hold on,
brought
let's
hip hop.
Mhm.
He brought hip hop to the forefront of the NBA
Yes,
too
sir.
during that time. Like
Let
a
me-
lot of
so
people
let me ask
don't
you,
realize
D.
that.
I think this is an interesting question because you grew up in Detroit at the time. But did you like Rasheed Wallace with Portland or Rasheed Wallace with Detroit? I know you're gonna be biased, so you're probably gonna say Detroit.
No, Portland, he was a monster.
He was a
Yes.
monster.
Yes.
I mean, he was
That
that was
squad-
prime. Like when he
Yes.
came to us, he was kind of like at the tail end of his prime. But
Yeah.
when he was with Portland, man, it was that year I wanted them to win so bad.
You talking
I
about
wanted to get-
Steve Smith, Scotty?
Yes,
Man,
man.
Bonzi Wells.
When
Fonzie off the
when
bench.
they lost to
Yeah.
they lost to the
Arvidas.
Spurs. I remember they lost to
Damon
Spurs when shot.
Stoudemire,
They had the Pacers guy,
Arvidas Sabonis.
the center.
Arvidas Sabonis.
Nah. Portland. He went to Jermaine
Dallas
Jermaine
O'Neal.
O'Neal.
Oh, Jermaine
Yeah,
O'Neal.
yeah.
Oh,
Jermaine O'Neal was
yeah.
going.
But he was young then. He was
Yeah, he
young
was,
then.
but anyway.
But no, I was
good.
rooting for Portland, man. I remember the year they lost it to the Lakers, and the year they lost in the strike year when they lost to San Antonio. When Sean Haley hit that damn three in the
Yep.
corner on
Man, I
remember
he
watching
had
that
got
shit.
the ball and he
Tippy toe.
and shot that bad boy. I was
I
like,
hated that.
damn, I know.
That year
Because
hurt
I
me.
wanted Portland to win so bad, and I wanted them to win so bad against LA.
I
When
wanted to beat
There's
the Lakers.
not many teams that I remember watching growing up that were as deep as Portland. Portland
They
was
were
literally
deep.
too deep.
because he
at
had Damon
every position.
Stoudemire, then you
Yep.
had Greg Anthony come off the
Yep.
bench.
Mhm.
And then
man,
you had Steve Smith. I don't remember who they backup to was, but then you had
Bonzi Wells. They had Bonzi.
and then you had Scotty.
Yep.
And then who was coming off the bench for Scotty? I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember who was coming.
But
off
then
the
you
bench,
had Rasheed and you had Zebo.
Yep.
And then you had Arvidas and you had Jermaine O'Neal. Like, bruh.
Mm.
Like, that used to be my 2K team.
Man.
Brian Grant.
Brian Grant.
Brian
yes.
Grant.
Oh, yeah, I
Brian
forgot about
Yeah,
Brian
yeah,
Grant.
thick ass
Yeah.
power forward. Yeah. Yeah.
Them niggas
Yeah.
was too deep at
Man.
every position.
They should have won that LA game.
Jailblazers,
They should
yeah.
not have lost that lead, man.
I gotta get up out of here, y'all. Though.
All right.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
bro.
they should not have lost that lead to LA, man, in Game
Yeah.
7. That's when Kobe.
Fat Kemp. I forgot about
They had a fat kid then. Yep. Yeah, they were deep, man. Damn, you making me. Yeah,
that was a good squad.
They
I used
was.
to like
They was a
watching
good
them
squad.
play, man.
because if they would have got past that San Antonio, they was gonna beat New York Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
They was gonna beat the Knicks.
Mhm.
I knew they was gonna beat the Knicks. That's when Knicks had Spreewell, Allen Houston, Chris Childs, Charlie Ward,
Yep,
Larry Johnson.
Damon with an
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have been able to do
Yeah.
that with Damon in that.
They had Larry Johnson. That's when Larry Johnson was hitting threes then, because he wasn't athletic no
Mhm.
more.
And you
And
know
he
what I
wasn't
liked
athletic
about
no more.
Portland at that time? It's kind of like they never fell off because they would move from players but then replace them. Because think about it,
Yep.
before Damon, it was Rod
It
Strickland.
was Rod Strickland.
That nigga-
Rod Strickland
that
was
nigga
cooking.
Rod Strickland,
Rod
in
Strickland was
Portland.
cooking. Yeah.
I mean, what? Like,
Right. Rod Strickland. That
I
Kyrie
just
Irving before
watched that.
Kyrie Irving, man.
But yes, he
Yeah.
was. I just watched
Yeah.
the Rod Strickland highlight the other day, man. He
Yeah.
was ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
stupid,
man.
stupid,
Yeah.
Stupid.
Look, Ken looking at highlights right now.
Yep. Rasheed versus Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem was so fucking good, man.
Man,
Hakeem
Hakeem
was
was
unfair.
God damn.
What's crazy is I didn't appreciate it until much later. Which I mean,
Really?
he was good, but what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
you don't at the time you looking at the guards. I was guard heavy in my
Shit,
mind.
man, used
I
to
knew
be
he was
like-
nice.
Man,
but-
I used to be like, man, I just wait for him to get the ball in the post. I'm like, what the hell you gonna do? Like,
Yep.
he about
Yep.
to cook somebody in that post.
I was
Yeah,
a guard
man.
in my mind and period. So I
Mhm.
was looking at
I'ma
them
tell
guards
you-
at the.
I'm gonna tell you when Akeem won me over because I agree. You know, I'm a guard at heart. Well, shit, I'm only a guard. I never had no height. But the moment Akeem won me over was the game against San Antonio when
Dave
he made
Robinson
David Robinson
Look
look
crazy.
stupid as hell.
After Dave Robinson got his
I
MVP.
meant to send
Yeah.
y'all some Akeem stuff I saw.
When I watched that game and David Robinson was jumping all over the place, he didn't know
That's-
what to do.
Yeah, I saw that
I
footage.
said, okay, you
I saw that
different.
footage.
You
That's in
are
that.
different.
He was killing him.
He was.
I remember that game like
Oh,
it was
yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah,
I
I do
remember that
too.
game
Yes,
vividly.
I was
He
sitting
signed him that whole game.
Yeah.
Bro, I was sitting there in front of the TV like a little kid, like, yo, what is
Yeah.
going on? I never seen
Yeah, like it wasn't nothing Dave Robinson can do.
Nah.
Like if I was his teamate, I'd just be looking at him like, look, dog, I don't know. Like I remember they was interviewing some of the Rockets players. They was like, we didn't even know what the hell Hakeem was. Like they were like he never did these moves in practice before. They was like Hakeem was killing him.
Hey, who's did one of y'all send that to me about where it was send it in the group chat where he was talking about Kenny Smith was saying who had his rings? Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Charles Barkley was like, you might as well gave him the Hakeem or something
Yeah,
like that.
because he gave him his family members. He
Yeah.
said, without them, I wouldn't have a champion.
He
said,
said
well,
you should have gave him Hakeem. Yeah. That damn
That was
Charles Barkley.
hilarious.
I remember Ruben Patterson. Y'all remember him?
Yeah,
Yes,
I remember
sir. Yes,
Patterson.
sir.
Somebody Tigolo.
Because he called him a Kobe
I
style.
yeah.
Yeah,
saw
he called
Ruben
him a Kobe
Patterson
style.
play in high school. That
You
dude,
did?
Kobe
Yeah.
bit his ass.
he played a tournament in my hometown. That dude was one of my favorite players.
Y'all remember the Jordan stopper? Gerald Wilkins.
And Gerald Wilkins got cooked too. got cooked.
The moment they
The
call
only-
him the Jordan
only
stopper,
stopper-
Jordan
That was
was
it,
like,
Gerald
oh,
was like, okay. Every time he went against him, 50. Easy. Like,
You
Don't
know
even
my
give him
favorite
no
player on that
motivation.
Houston team was though?
who?
Vernon
Vernon Max. I
Maxwell.
knew he was gonna say
yeah.
Vernon.
I
knew
love
he was
Vernon.
gonna
I
say
love
Maxwell.
Mad Max.
How did I-
Yeah, me too,
I would have
man.
loved to see them Bulls in that Houston go in the
Yes,
finals. Like
yeah,
if Jordan didn't retire in,
Yep.
in '94 they played, they'd have met
Yep.
up. Man, that'd have been so because it'd have been like matchups. It'd have been like,
Yeah.
well,
And I think Houston would have won it. I'm from Chicago, and
Mhm.
I rock Jordans. I'm a big, Bulls fan. All of this
because they had more bodies to throw at Jordan. You think at the guard
It
position?
wasn't even that. It was the fact they didn't have nobody for Hakeem, and then we know how Jordan can become maniacal. I'm not saying in a 7-game series that Vernon Maxwell could have matched.
Vernon
all
Maxwell
7
was
games,
crazy.
but
Yeah.
Vernon Maxwell was crazy.
and I don't think Jordan wanted no piece of that.
I don't think he did either.
I
Yeah.
don't think Jordan.
That was a different type.
And
of
I
man.
don't think people want
Yeah, he
to
was.
admit that. But yeah,
Yeah.
Jordan. I don't think Jordan wanted those
wanted
problems.
a piece of that, and I think that if Vernon could have matched them in 2 or 4 of those games,
Mhm.
just being mentally tough, being all up in Jordan shit, talking shit, doing all of that stuff, and matching them like shot for shot and shit like that,
You know who-
Hakeem would have did the
You
rest.
know who else Jordan didn't really? Well,
Who?
he didn't really say it, but he
Joe?
was just like, huh?
Who?
No. Mitch Richmond.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mitch
another
Richmond.
one,
Yeah, he was like, man, that dude right there.
Mhm.
Like that's a dude that Jordan didn't want. I ain't gonna say he didn't want no parts of, but like
Yeah.
he knew
but,
he
but
had
he
to.
could give Jordan buckets.
Yeah,
I always
he-
say there's like a handful of guys that gave Jordan buckets.
Oh.
Another one, Allen Houston.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Allen Houston used
Yes.
to give Jordan
buckets.
buckets. bruh.
Dude,
Like go
yes.
back and watch the tape. Allen Houston
Yes.
would get 30, 45 on Jordan.
Turn around on him and
Yup.
everything, back him
Post
down.
up.
Bye. He had that pretty ass fucking
Pure
strike.
did,
jumper.
man.
Pure
He,
jumper.
he
Yeah,
was
man.
the first of the pure
Yes,
shooters.
man. Like people.
Yep.
Don't,
Allen Houston was one of those guys.
Allen Houston was that dude, man.
Yep.
All right, man. Y'all just listen to some old men talk about
I know, right?
basketball back in our day.
I went
That's
back
how
in
it
my
gets.
mind too.
I
I
know,
don't know
man.
about y'all.
I remember that shit.
Shout out to Mario Ellie. I remember him. The
Yeah,
kiss
Mario.
of death.
Kiss of death.
Yeah.
I remember that
Yeah, I
shit.
love. Hey, one more last thing about
Mhm.
Houston. I love Houston in the Twin Towers days too.
Oh,
Mhm.
I love
Sam-
how Ralph Sampson.
Oh yeah,
Sampson.
yeah.
They got
yeah.
their ass waxed by Boston
They
though,
did.
man.
Yeah,
Damn,
they
man.
did, man.
Man.
I couldn't stand it, but yeah, I like that team.
Well, anyway, before we get out of here, man, once more we want to shout out Michael Rankin, man,
Yes,
for the
shout out to-
super
man,
chats,
Hey,
man.
that
Michael,
shit was crazy.
Yeah,
appreciate you.
generous super chats, man. Look him up, guys. Just put in Google, give him a search, check him out. Check out some of his music. I don't know if
That's
he's still
crazy.
doing the music thing like that heavy, but check out some of his past work, man.
That is
Yeah,
nuts.
he
Yep.
got a crazy periodic table freestyle.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
Go check.
We
that
did
shit
we
out.
did an album together like back in 2013. That's
Yep.
fucking crazy.
yep,
Tangents and distractions. That's
yep,
fucking
yep.
nuts.
Say it one more time, B.
Tangents and distractions. We
Yep.
did an album together.
Y'all go check that out. But yeah, man, we'll get out of here. We'll be back Thursday. We'll catch you then. We out. Peace.
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 Hey, hit that like button if y'all can, please.
Yes,
please.
hit the likes.